Lights, Natty Lights, and $2 peanuts. Fridays, we do some giveaways and sometimes fireworks. And that's also Mother Earth Friday. So if you bring in a Mother Earth beer, you get a discounted ticket. And we have beer specials for Mother Earth in the stadium. And then Saturday is Pepsi Saturday. We do a giveaway every Saturday. And then Sunday's Dogs and Dogs Day. So you can bring your dog to the ballpark and get $1 hot dogs.
And you'll, I guess, once you're a few days out, you'll post what the giveaway is going to be and everything online.
Yeah,
like
so we have our schedule up on our website with all of them, but then the week of the game we'll actually post pictures of what the giveaways look like.
Awesome. All right. I don't think you grew up in, what did you say, Missouri? Mm-hmm. And said, I want to go work in Kinston, North Carolina one day. So, was baseball always in your plans, minor league baseball, or, was that something you wanted to do growing up?
So I knew I wanted to work in sports, and then I actually got my master's degree during COVID, not a great time to try to get into sport. But I honestly just started applying to any and everything that I saw, and I found the Wood Ducks. I applied, and I met with John and Janelle, interviewed with them, loved it. They said, hey, we'd love to come have you work at the Wood Ducks, and I said, sure, I'll move to Kinston, North Carolina.
Let's do it.
Why not?
Got into that during COVID when it looked like sports was all going to come to an end. That was probably that. As a sports radio talk show host, I was a little concerned during that time. Yeah. What am I supposed to talk about? There's nothing going on. But we came out on the other side, and it's great to see. It's crazy to think about all those sporting events without fans now that we see these packed arenas, packed ballparks, right?
Yeah, I'm happy we got fans back. It makes the experience better for obviously the fans getting to be there and for the players and having that atmosphere, that home environment that you didn't get to have during COVID.
And, dude, I know you're excited to have fans packed and all the kids. Yeah.
Is Dude awake over there?
Yeah, Dude's good. He's chilling.
Dude, wake up.
It's like his, the duck on top of the water looks so calm, but Dude's feet are just kicking the entire time. Yeah. He's doing a lot of work over here.
What's going on below.
Yeah, you can't tell, but he is working hard in the corner over there in our studio. All right, Maddie, anything else we need to know today?
Come out to as many Wood Ducks games as you can. We'd love to have everyone. We obviously have fireworks and giveaways all season. Like I said, we're doing ECU-themed giveaways at the end of our season, which is the beginning of September. We're just looking forward to a really good season.
Just in time for football season. That'll be good, the ECU giveaways. Speaking of giveaways, I think we got some tickets, right?
Yes, we do. We got, I believe, 2 tickets to a Wood Ducks game. And also, I think that the clear bag that she was talking about earlier and some awesome koozies, some jersey koozies.
We got a goodie bag?
So.
Yeah, so last Friday we gave away jersey koozies.
Oh, those are sweet.
Yeah, because of the bad weather, unfortunately we weren't able to give away all of them. So our first Thirsty Thursday, so next Thursday, we're going to give away the rest. But it's for a bottle, and it has, number 23 on the back and looks just like our white jerseys.
Those are cool. Very cool. Maddie, thanks for hanging out. Enjoyed it. Dude, great to see you. We'll see you in Kinston this season as the Down East Wood Ducks will be in action. They're on the road tonight and the remainder of the week at Augusta, but they'll be back home for 6 games against the Carolina Mudcats next Tuesday through next Sunday. So a lot of opportunities to go out and see the Wood Ducks play at historic Granger Stadium. All right, Maddie, Dude, thank you all. And if you need anything from us, let us know.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, we'll take a break, come back. When we return, we'll talk more baseball, this time the Major League variety with Mark Brown, CamdenChat.com, as we will talk some O's, some Major League Baseball, and also get you ready for ECU and Old Dominion. A lot of baseball talk on today's program. Back with more after this.
Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates. They're open every day and have live music every night, along with 18 big screen TVs to watch all your favorite sporting events. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesdays, it's line dancing. Thursday night is the dance party with DJ Kid Scene. And live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for more information on scheduled events, and we'll see you at the Buck.
Jeff Stein, our special guest from Brown & Wood. Hey, Jeff, electric cars are coming. What's that mean for Brown & Wood customers?
For the customers, like it or not, EV is coming. We've installed 5 electric vehicle chargers here at the dealership. We have the all-new Cadillac Lyriq coming at 1st of 2024, and we've just seen the first reservation for the new Sierra EV.
People are interested in electric vehicles. How can they get up with you?
They can visit us at brownandwood.net or 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an auto owner's independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with auto owner's insurance.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
This is Carson Wistenhunt, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, awesome to have DEWD in the house, along with Maddie Meehan, talking Down East Wood Ducks baseball back home for a homestand against the Mudcats starting next Tuesday. We got some tickets, a clear bag, and some awesome bottled jersey koozies to give away coming up later on in today's program. We'll talk some Pirate baseball. coming up later on this hour and in hour number 2, as they have Old Dominion on the docket coming up 6 o'clock at Clark LeClaire Stadium. But right now, we'll go out to the Pirate Radio Live line and talk some O's baseball with Mark Brown, CamdenChat.com. Orioles a winner last night over the A's. They got them again tonight right here on Pirate Radio. Mark, appreciate you coming back on to Pirate Radio. How you doing, man?
Cliff, I'm doing pretty good. I hope you're well as well.
Yes, sir. Doing well. And the O's doing pretty well to start this season. And hopefully we'll have a good week with the A's there in Camden Yards. First question, Mark, and we joined the O's last night in progress because we had a show that ran from 6 to 7. I see these 6:35 start times in Baltimore. Is that new? I was used to a clean 7 o'clock start, but have they changed the times for these home games at night in Baltimore?
Well, basically, they started trying to do it in 2020, and then, COVID happened. So they've been trying to do it for a few years, and things keep having them not do it. But it's going to be weeknight games April, May, and September. So basically, I guess the idea is, when the kids are still at school, they're kind of going to have the games start a little bit earlier in hopes that maybe more families with kids will be able to go to those games, or perhaps even just, watch on TV or listen on the radio or whatever, which combined with the new pitch clock, pace of play, all that kind of stuff, initiatives, I mean, that's a pretty significant difference if you're starting the game 30 minutes earlier and now the games are maybe 20 minutes faster on average. So I don't know what a difference it's going to end up making as far as the kind of stated goal, but that seems to be what they're hoping for. It's weird for me also. Yesterday was the first one that was at that time. It's going to take some getting used to.
Yeah, and okay, you gave me a good reason for it, so I'll take that, and that explains why the 6:35 start time rather than the, I guess, traditional 7:05, 7:10 start time that we're used to seeing. O's picking up a win against the A's last night, and you better get those against the A's, right? You want to make sure you at least beat up on the teams lesser than, and I think everybody can just about consider Oakland that this year in the AL, right?
Yeah, I mean, rather famously, last year's Orioles were hampered in a big way because they went 1-5 against the Detroit Tigers, who I believe won 66 games last year. So, that was a team the Orioles needed to be able to take care of business against, and they were not able to do it last year, even after they kind of improved in the second half of the season. They still ended up getting swept by the Tigers in the second half of the season. So, I guess one early test for are the Orioles going to be able to kind of avoid that fate this year is, are they going to be able to take care of business against a presumed to be bad team like the Athletics?
Talking to Mark Brown, CamdenChat.com. So far this year, the O's lost a frustrating series against the Red Sox that shoulda, coulda won if you catch a fly ball there. And then when you lose 2 straight to Boston, you go out to Texas, who got off to that great start against Philly. To win that series felt pretty big, Mark, to kind of get back on track a little bit. You lose that series to the Yankees, but trying to get back over 500 with 3 more games to go against Oakland, and by the end of this week could be looking pretty good. But yeah, that was a weird flip from that 2 straight losses to Boston. You should have won one of those for sure, but then picking up 2 wins in Texas was big for this team.
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster early on. I guess maybe it's going to be like that all year. That's better than a lot of alternatives where none of the games really matter, so you're just kind of sinking to the bottom rather than going up and down. So, I mean, I don't know where it's going to settle down. Obviously, it's only been 10 games out of a 162-game season. And, it's just been really wild because the Orioles could have very easily have been like 0-3 out of that opening series in Boston, and they also could have very easily been 2-1, and it seems like every game just kind of hinges on like one moment, and the Orioles are just going to need to have more of them where they come out on top of the moment than where they kind of fail.
How about the start of the season for Adley Rutschman, and got off to a great start, game 1 against Boston, and has still continued that, hitting .375 here on the young season already with 3 home runs, 7 RBIs for him this year, and 6 walks. He looks like second in walks on the team behind Gunnar Henderson. So how about Rutschman? And I believe I saw an article where They had MVP beside his name. And again, you can throw that out for a lot of guys at this point in the season. But a heck of a start for the young catcher.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, anytime you have a catcher who's a great hitter and also good at catching, that guy is probably always going to be an MVP contender. And pretty much every Orioles fan was hoping that Rutschman would be able to kind of ascend to that level this season over the full season. And for anyone who got their hopes up for that even a little bit, which includes me, the fact that he came out with the 5 hits on opening day, and I was almost like immediately announcing his presence. And he hasn't been collecting 5 hits every day since then, but still, as you said, sitting 375 so far in the young season. So it's not like he just had one hot game that's powered him to that. He's really been consistently doing well through this first week and a half or so. Leads the Orioles with 3 home runs so far, and it's been great to see. And I hope he's able to keep something like this up, because the Orioles really could use a consistently elite hitter to help them in their quest for getting back into the playoffs.
Yeah, and I know those fans are hoping Cedric Mullins can be that guy. He's gotten off to a slow start this year. You see him and Gunnar Henderson near the bottom of some of the offensive categories there. Ryan Mountcastle joining Adley Rutschman at the top of a lot of those offensive categories, and Adam Frazier hitting the ball as well. How about the lineup, Mark? Who's going good right now? Who needs to pick it up for Baltimore to have success?
Well, as you said, Mullins and Henderson are 2 of the ones who are kind of scuffling so far. In addition, Anthony Santander, he's only got a 550 OPS so far this season and has yet to hit a home run in 40 at bats. Which, considering he had more than 30 last year, it's kind of disappointing to see him not even on the board yet. But by the same token, there's guys who are hitting well that I didn't expect to hit well, namely Adam Frazier, as you said, and also Jorge Mateo, neither of whom hit very well at all last year. So that's kind of balancing it out for now. I think it's likely that at least Mateo and maybe also somebody like Ramon Urias are going to be hitting a little bit worse as time goes along. So all we can hope for is that at least 2 out of 3 of that Mullins, Santander, and Henderson group is hitting better by the time some of these guys with less track record of great hitting or even good hitting really kind of fall back down to earth a little bit more.
Let's talk about the pitching, Mark, and how's it gone so far for the O's? I know wins and losses is a overrated stat in baseball, but Kyle Gibson started game 1 3-0 right now for Baltimore.
He sure is, and he's averaging over 6 innings per start, which is pretty much what the Orioles signed him in hopes that he would be able to do. He wasn't really great in his first start if you only look at the results, but also that series in Boston, there was a whole lot of weird stuff going on with the outfield defense for the Orioles, and Gibson was kind of victimized by some of that on the opening day game as well, which the Orioles ended up winning, but Gibson himself took a lot more earned runs than I think his pitching necessarily earned him, because there were just balls that there was only, the one right before the walk-off on Saturday was the worst one, but there were a lot of ones that just left me scratching my head like, how did the guy not catch that? That they weren't charged as errors because, the baseball scoring rules are very generous to outfielders who kind of misplay a ball. As long as you don't literally drop it when it's in your glove, you don't really necessarily get charged with an error. And Gibson was on the wrong end of a lot of those plays. So, even so, he ended up getting a win, as you said. So 3 starts, 3 wins. That's not the be-all, end-all of evaluating pitchers, but it's not bad when that's the case for your number 1 guy.
Mark, when you see 10-0 for a Major League Baseball team at this point in the season, it feels like it's a little more than a fluke. You expect the Rays to come, I guess, back down to earth at some point. But, man, how about this start, and how much staying power do they have at the top of the AL East this year, in your opinion?
Yeah, I'm more used to doing the other way, where I'm looking at the last team that's 0 for whatever and hoping that this is going to be the year some team will dethrone the 1988 Orioles, who had a really horrible start. So now we got, I believe I saw it was like the 87 Brewers started off 13-0. So I guess the Milwaukee fans are out there hoping the Rays lose one of their next 3 games. So the 13-0 still stands. But no, it's really just remarkable to see like 10-0 is just crazy. Of course, earlier in this winning streak, there were comparisons to, I believe it was the 2016 Orioles were the most recent team to be 6-0, and now the Rays, they've won 4 more games than that.
Yeah.
And that's a remarkable streak to begin the season, even if you consider, okay, they've been playing teams that maybe aren't so good. Their schedule up to this point, before their current series, was the Tigers, the Nationals, and the Athletics, none of whom are expected to be very good this year. But even so, bad teams generally can win a game, in a 3-game series. And the fact that they just swept all 3 of those is really remarkable.
Mark, as you've watched baseball to this point in the season, which, if any, of the new rules have come into play the most for you? As a Braves fan, the throw over to first rule kind of came into play right at the start of the season. Ronald Acuna got a base hit. Pitcher threw over to first twice, and then he stole second. So that showed up immediately. Because he knew if he threw over again and didn't get him, he'd be awarded second base. But the pitch clock with the shortened games, the shift, bigger bases, which has come into play for you most as you watch every Orioles game?
The pitch clock, it's really so subtle. It's like hard to imagine what impact it's having, right? I'm sure it must, because players on both sides, hitters and pitchers, were just used to taking forever, getting as many timeouts as they want, step out to adjust their batting gloves. So it's really hard to say who's getting impacted more. I honestly feel like the Orioles, it seems like, are just having more pitching the clock violations on average than the rest of the league is so far. It seems like it's been one or more for nearly every game so far, and I know the league average is a bit below that. So it's just I don't know. There's an adjustment period, and they're still in the middle of it. But for now, the Orioles are definitely taking advantage of whatever the overall impact of the changes. They've got 16 stolen bases so far, which is second in the American League. I think we can almost certainly point to all the assorted changes, like the bigger bases, of course. The pitch clock probably keeps pitchers more focused on the plate, and then they can't throw over as many times, as you said. So it's all combining with the Orioles, of course, having 2 very fast guys in Cedric Mullins and Jorge Mateo, each of whom have 5 steals already. That's a good way to pile up the stolen bases.
Talking to Mark Brown, CamdenChat.com. We'll talk Connor Norby in our next chat in a couple of weeks. He's having a great start to the season in AAA Norfolk. But how about the youngster on the mound tonight? Mark, tell us about Grayson Rodriguez. You excited to see him throw against Oakland tonight?
I am very excited to see Grayson Rodriguez pitch. I was amazed that the Orioles ended up calling him up to replace the injured Kyle Bradish. Bradish is supposed to be back in about a week's time, and we'll see if they keep Rodriguez in the rotation at that time, or if they send him back to the minors. I don't really know, but he got to debut in Texas, and he's from Texas, so his family was there. They were all very emotional. I was watching on the Masson broadcast, and they kept showing his dad, and his dad just looked so agonized. And then, after the game, they showed his dad getting to meet him in the clubhouse, and it was just very emotional. But anyway, Rodriguez, he's one of the best pitching prospects in baseball. He struggled a bit in spring training, especially with his command. That did crop up in his first start. He ended up having a 30-pitch first inning, which is way, way more than anybody would have liked to see, and gave up 2 runs in that first inning. But he ended up going 5 innings and didn't allow any more runs after the first inning, and it seemed like he kind of got a handle on the command within that start. His big challenge was some of his off-speed pitches. He was just not able to throw them for strikes. And then, when that happens for a pitcher, the batters can just sit on your fastball and wait until your fastball's out over the plate, which is basically what happened to him in the first inning of that game. So, the question for me tonight is going to be, can he have those off speeds working in the strike zone, or at least close enough to tempt a batter to swing at them so that they can't just sit on his fastball? And, if he's able to do that, it seems like the sky is going to be pretty close to the limit, because he was already an elite strikeout pitcher last year in the minors before he suffered the lat injury. And if he can kind of get this command that's cropped up, it was going on a little bit like September when he started coming back from that injury, and then also in spring training of this year. like as soon as he gets a handle on that, it's just I think he's going to be definitely one of the best young pitchers in baseball, and possibly, within a couple of years, one of the guys where, everybody's arguing, okay, is he one of the true aces in baseball right now or whatever. I definitely think he has that potential, and I hope for the Orioles' chances of getting back above 500 this year that he can show some of that against an on-paper weaker Oakland team tonight.
Looking for his first MLB career win. Could come tonight against the Oakland Athletics. You can hear the game right here on Pirate Radio. Mark Brown, CamdenChat.com, joining us. Baseball fans, O's fans, make sure you check out Camden Chat and the folks over there, Mark and company, doing a great job. And joining us here on Pirate Radio, Mark, we will check in with you either tail end of April or May and talk more baseball with you. We appreciate you joining us today.
Clip, that sounds good. Yeah, I hope we got some more good to say about Connor Norby then. He is a freshly minted MLB Pipeline Top 100 prospect. He's now the number 100 guy on the Top 100 list. So I hope he can keep climbing the rankings from there.
Absolutely. We're keeping a daily eye on him down in AAA. Mark, enjoyed it. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right, take care. See you next time.
Mark Brown, CamdenChat.com, joining us, talking O's, and Connor Norby may be on the fast track. We've already seen the O's make a move, and even Mark said he was surprised there to see the kid they have throwing tonight. Grayson Rodriguez already called up, already made one start, looking for his first win tonight when the O's take on the A's right here on Pirate Radio. We'll run down the MLB schedule for tonight. Also, might watch my first NBA game since the Hornets and Warriors played like in December, maybe November. I haven't watched the game since then. But the play-in games are tonight, so we'll run down the schedule on the Buccaneer Music Hall presented by Da Buck throughout today's show as well. And in hour 3, stay tuned for some Wood Ducks tickets. We got tickets to historic Granger Stadium, a goodie bag for you, a clear bag with some awesome jersey koozies as well as part of our giveaway on this Tuesday. We'll take a break, reset, let you know what's going on in the world of ECU athletics and more when we return on Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. Back with you after this.
We have some pretty refreshing news coming to you from Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer. It's called the Essential Collection. It's made with coconut water and real fruit juice, so you know it's always going to have a refreshing, superior taste. Plus, it's only 90 calories and has 0 added sugar. This might just be the most refreshing seltzer yet. Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer Essential Collection. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Welcome to Russell's Spring Style. Our screen door says welcome to a beautiful selection of new apparel for men and women. The spring colors are bold and beautiful, just in time for vacation and Easter. Men, make your next suit or sport coat purchase easy with in-house alterations to assure a great fit. Ladies, it's Russell's for the best selection in dresses, tops, and slacks for most any occasion. Russell and Rhonda work hard to make Russell's in downtown Washington your shopping destination. It's all about you, our friends and customers at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington.
Big jobs on big properties demand a big side-by-side. A side-by-side like the first ever Honda Pioneer 1000 Deluxe Crew. This flagship model delivers serious power and performance where you need it most. Even more, it offers best-in-class comfort for 6 occupants with back seat legroom beyond compare. As for build quality, we'll let the Honda name speak for itself. Head to Ron Ayers Motorsports and see the all-new Pioneer 1000 Deluxe Crew today. On approved credit, see dealer for details.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
It's bow time. Sometimes the craving for Bojangles Supremes is so strong you've just gotta have them. Even when your gas tank is on empty and Bojangles is still 10 miles down the highway. Nothing beats the flavor of Bojangles juicy golden Supremes, especially when they're part of a perfect combo with 4 boldly seasoned chicken Supremes, a made-from-scratch biscuit, fixin', and some legendary iced tea. The only thing that can satisfy your hunger is that delicious southern flavor. So when the craving is supreme, put the pedal to the metal. It's bow time.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
Coco's Sports Bar and Restaurant, located in the old Professor O'Cool's location, has daily lunch specials from 11 to 5, including their famous $1 wing special Monday through Wednesday all day long. Coco's has entertainment every Tuesday with country western night and karaoke on Thursday starting at 8. Take advantage of their weekly fresh fruit margarita specials and be sure to try the best Philly ribeye steak rolls in town while you're at it. Coco's Sports Bar and Restaurant, Greenville's Diamond in the Rough. Check them out on Facebook for more information. Go Pirates!
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
This is Brian Bailey, host of The Brian Bailey Show, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you in outside sales and looking for an opportunity to increase your earning potential? Copy Pro has been in Eastern North Carolina for over 45 years and continues to grow each year, and they are in need of more sales professionals with a desire to potentially make a 6-figure income. Do you have what it takes? Visit copypro.net today to submit your resume and learn more. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Tuesday. The Mully Man joining us hour 2 to talk Pirate baseball, MLB, Masters, and more. Bryce Williams coming up at 5 o'clock as we will continue to recap spring football. We've got some coaches coming up the next couple of days. Donnie Kirkpatrick joins us Wednesday right here on Pirate Radio Live, and Blake Harrell will join us on Thursday's edition of Pirate Radio Live. So we'll talk offense Wednesday, defense Thursday, as we continue to recap the spring. Also, the Cran Man will be back with us on Thursday. Marcus Crandall, ECU great Hall of Famer, will join us coming up on the show as well. So we got all that on tap for the remainder of this week. Plus you. Let's see what y'all are talking about on this Tuesday. Have a love-hate relationship with you guys. I loved our first segment yesterday and hated it all at the same time. It was a doozy. Shirley was making promos and we were reliving it just before the show started today. And a lot of below-the-belt talk on yesterday's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Eric asked, and I'm sorry I didn't see this question earlier, Eric. He said, Clip, please ask Dude if he thinks he could take on Muddy in a pond fight. And look, minor league baseball, it's not about the players because they come and go. And maybe you could pick out a favorite player or two. And if you're lucky, you could see them for a season and a half. And that's about the max. But it's about the promotions. It's about what are you doing at the ballpark to bring people in, the beer specials, the food specials, the fireworks, the giveaways, and Down East Wood Ducks do a great job with that. But if you promoted a mascot fight, and I guess Muddy is the name of the Mudcat, Muddy versus DEWD, and he says a pond fight, so maybe you get a small kiddie pool or something, fill it, make it look swampy, kind of gross, muddy terrain, and just get them together sumo style to fight. I mean, I'd probably show up to that, promote that as part of the game. Maybe do it 7th inning stretch and just let them go at it. Mascot fights are hilarious. We saw, was it Arizona and Arizona State's mascot throwing haymakers at each other? We've seen some good mascot fights over the years, and I think if you promoted one, did it the right way, I'd certainly be on board for that. I'll pass that along to the Down East Wood Ducks people. John said, never liked the Wood Duck name. My suggestion was Kinston Body Bags. And John, that's why they never asked you, and nobody ever asked you for anything. Eric suggested Kinston Kingpins. Well, they have a name, so I like, how about Kinston Commanders or Kinston Football Team for the Down East Wood Ducks? Those were Daniel Snyder's suggestions to that. Craig has, and I love conspiracy theories, Craig has one. Have you ever seen DEWD and Shirley in the same place at the same time? Craig says, I think DEWD is secretly Shirley Rhodes. Where was Shirley during that segment?
On this side of the glass.
So,
who do you think was running the sound?
So say you. Running the sound. You just hit the mic on and you're good.
And?
Somebody, you had like a timer to play the music at the end of the segment.
Okay.
Like we could poke holes in your story.
Well, I could tell you this. If Shirley was the person in that suit, she'd be a lot more sweatier than she is right now.
That was 30 minutes ago. Had time to clean off, grab a water. I don't know, Craig. I'm not going to say that it wasn't Shirley. I'll put it that way.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
We played dress up quite a bit here. Shirley, have you ever been in? Yeah, you've been in the. Should we let the cougar out of the bag?
God, a god awful cougar suit.
Shirley's been in a cougar suit. I've worn a chicken head. I've never been in a full mascot uniform. Mascots are creepy, aren't they?
Yeah.
Anything that doesn't talk is kind of creepy to me. That is nonverbal, you know?
I think the last time I dressed up in a mascot-like, what was it? I'm trying to remember what it was. It smelled.
Okay.
Like it didn't have a pleasant smell on the inside. I do remember that. What was it that I dressed up as that year? It's killing me now that I can't remember.
You ready for a cool Clip Rock Under the Bridge Ellen story?
Oh, here we go.
I'm at one of my, for whatever reason, all-time favorite ECU football games. It was just something cool about having the Virginia Cavaliers here in town. And it was a good game. I want to say it was like a 6 o'clock kickoff or something. It was like mid to late afternoon.
It was like 2006.
Yeah. And the Pirates won. Skip Holtz was bringing ECU football back to prominence. We beat an ACC team. It was just a great day, fun day to be at Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. And I'm with my buddy, and I want to say it's during halftime, and we're walking around under the stadium, and the Virginia mascot is approaching. And my buddy says, "Hey, man, I got family from Virginia," and stuck his hand up to get a 5. Virginia mascot's walking by, sticks his hand up.
He whipped him, didn't he?
My friend goes with the push the hair off the ears.
Oh.
He whipped him.
And the mascot.
He psyched them.
The story's not over. The mascot stays in full character, 100% committed, puts the hands on the head and shakes his head slowly. Like, oh, you just got me. I just love that the mascot, instead of just walking by or like flicking us off, stayed in mascot character and did the motion for I'm heartbroken. And we all we were like, credit to you, mascot man. Great work. There's the story.
Speaking of great, Great story.
Cool, neat story.
Cool, neat story.
Good old mascots, man. Jamil says, I guess Chandler is implying Shirley is somewhat sweaty by saying she should be sweatier than she is if she were in the suit. Are you saying Shirley is sweaty, Chandler? What are you saying? This is what people do. They twist your words.
I wasn't saying she was sweaty. I'm just saying she would be very sweaty right now.
They instigate fights. This is what people do. They take your words, as harmless and innocent as they are, twist them around, and then cause the fight. But I'm not going to allow that to happen to Studio B.
Kudos to you, I guess.
Chandler, you seem sidetracked today. What you got going on?
I got a bunch going on.
You a hard-working man today, working the phones like Adam Schefter. You got a laptop, a keyboard, and a phone, and
Two
you're just
phones.
You got 2 phones. You're just nonstop. That's your new rap name, 2 phones.
2 phones. There's a rap song out there called 2 Phones. I've got 2 phones.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Damn. Everything's taken.
I've got 2 phones. I gotta look that up.
No, you don't.
Speaking of things taken.
Yeah. Liam Neeson?
I have a very specific set of abilities, or whatever it was that he says. You remember way back when, and I complained about this, about my idea of a female sports bar called the Sports Bra.
Sports Bra.
How about I was going through Instagram the other day, and right before the women's Final Four, they had like a big, I guess, NCAA tournament get-together at the Sports Bra in, I believe it's in Portland.
It's in the Northwest. I remember we saw it.
Yeah, Oregon somewhere. Anyway, and guess who the main guests were?
Who?
Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi. And I'm like, man, that could have been me.
It could have, but I doubt they're coming to Greenville, North Carolina.
True.
Because Sue Bird played for the Seattle Storm, correct?
That is correct.
Up there in the Pacific Northwest. Now, if you open your sports bra in maybe a bigger area,
yeah, like
could have been you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I look, see if they're going into franchising. Tell them that you had this idea before you even knew it was a thing. Ask them if they want to be on
lieu of
both.
a lawsuit. Just give me their franchise.
Yeah, right.
Give me the franchise tag.
You're going to take them to court if not. See how that goes. But we could get sports bras on both coasts.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool.
And I've got some ideas on what the logo could look like if that's the case.
Oh, dear Lord.
I mean, you've got America, and on each side you've got 2. You got 2. You know what I'm saying?
East Coast, West Coast?
Yeah. East Coast, West Coast. One's sitting a little lower than the other one.
Well, yeah, because Portland's a little higher up,
Right.
and North Carolina's a little further south.
Yeah. Just an idea. Just kicking it around.
That's not a bad idea.
Pirates and Monarchs going at it at 6 o'clock. We talked to ODU's finest, Brian Bailey, yesterday on the show and mentioned how Old Dominion comes in at 23-8. I read this, and let me verify, trust but verify. As I looked that up, Shirley, we've got some other ECU action going on beginning in just a few minutes that we're going to be keeping an eye on, right?
That's right. The ECU lacrosse team is hosting 5th-ranked North Carolina at Johnson Stadium. They're going to start in about 8 minutes, which, by the way, if you're nearby and you want to catch the game, it is free admission. And I guess the first 100 people will get in. They get a free T-shirt. So,
by the way, they're playing great.
Oh,
great
yeah.
record right now.
They are. Let me see if I remember right. 10-3 on the season, 3-0 in the conference. So they're playing some great lacrosse right now. And and Duke. You know, I mentioned this yesterday. They played Duke earlier in the season and really gave them a run for their money. And unfortunately did not win that game. But if that's any indication of how tough this team is going to play North Carolina, I'm really looking forward to catching them on the plus here shortly.
All right, East Carolina and Old Dominion will go at it in baseball. We all remember the fantastic 2022 season for the Pirates that ended in a super regional here in Greenville. They played Old Dominion twice last year. They lost to Old Dominion twice last year, 2 one-run games. They played last March and lost 9-8 in 10 innings. They played last April and lost 8-7, 2 one-run losses to Old Dominion last year. So this team certainly knows how good of a program and how good of a team Old Dominion is. And if they don't remember, all they have to do is go back to 1 year ago where they were swept in 2 games by the Monarchs. So East Carolina trying to win 2 straight midweek games and win 5 straight games overall. ECU right now sitting at 24-8, back inside the top 10 in the D1 and Baseball America polls. The Pirates will have Cincinnati coming up this weekend, Lewis Field at Clark LeClaire Stadium, as they continue their long homestand before heading out to Charlotte, Wichita State, and then Raleigh for NC State coming up in a couple of weeks. So home all this week and weekend, and then out on the road next week. We'll talk some Pirate baseball with Mike Mullis coming up in hour number 2. Talk some Masters, some MLB, and whatever else is on your mind. You can chime in with us on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitter on this beautiful Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Mike P. has a recommendation for the Kinston baseball team. He wants to call them the Kinston Sweaty Producers. What would that mascot look like? Just a sweaty mess? Wes? The mascot is Wes the Sweaty Mess.
Yes.
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 All right, we figured it out. That was easy. Let's take a break. When we return, the Mully Man will join us inside the Pirate Radio studios. That is on the way on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Pirate Fest, presented by Optimum, offers a full day of piratical tomfoolery. This free event includes 75 vendors, food trucks, art demos, mermaids, and of course, pirates. Join us on Saturday, April 15th from 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. for live pirate reenactments, great food, and so much more. Finish off the day with a concert on the town common from country music artists Maddie and Tay. For more information, visit piratefestnc.com. It's going to be awesome.
At US Cellular, you can get one line for just $29.99 with unlimited data, which is good news for you, friendly hermit who shuns society and lives in a cabin all by himself.
Wow, thanks. You know, you'd be surprised how much data a hermit goes through.
Actually, I'm not that surprised at all. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville. 2 real burgers, better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers.
Wally's 2 Kettle Corn in Winterville is where you can find the tastiest popcorn around. Make it a movie night at home with Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. They have over 50 flavors to choose from, including classics like cheddar, caramel, and my favorite, better butter. Or try their specialty flavors such as Chicago Style, Wintergreen Mix, and MJ's Cheesecake. Wally's 2 also caters, so if you're hosting a party or event, satisfy your company with delicious popcorn. Check them out on Facebook or stop by and see Wally today on Fire Tower Road across from Sam Jones Barbecue. Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. Make it a poppin' day.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Josie's on a vacation far away. Come around and talk it over.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back from Sales to Service. Greenville Auto World has all of your vehicle needs covered. You can shop all of their inventory now at greenvilleautoworld.net. If you're also looking for someone to service your vehicle, they have a full service and repair facility. They do brakes, oil changes, tires inspections, and they can repair any kind of vehicle. Greenville Auto World across from Speedway at Bells Fork and online at greenvilleautoworld.net. Thanks to Tim Sutton for his sponsorship of the program. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Shirley Rhodes is here and there. Just heard from her, Chandler Honeycutt, on one of his mini phones in Studio B. And Mike Mullis joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios on a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Hello, Mully.
Hey, buddy.
Beautiful day.
It's a great day.
You working? Golfing?
No. Well, I'm sitting here with you, so I'm clearly not golfing.
I know.
I have been working today.
When's the last time you golfed?
I will say I got out yesterday for a little bit.
There you go. Good to hear. All right.
Easter Monday, we were kind of working in the banking world, so to speak. So anyway, we were,
You were going to say before I interrupted you.
No,
sorry.
You know what? The lacrosse game, I'm going to leave here, go out there, catch a little bit of that. It's funny to me, I've kind of seen the progression. Like, they've got a full-fledged bar. I don't know if you've seen this, but like a dude dressed up as a pirate now. He might have on shorts, but they have a bar, and it has made its way from kind of middle of the parking lot to now it is like right up there by the entrance.
I saw it last baseball game because it was going on the same time as lacrosse. And so they do that every game?
I mean, every game that I have either been through or been to, yes, he's out there holding court. And I don't know if it's a fan or a parent or what it is, but they seem to have a good time.
Have you? So you've been out of these things? You like lacrosse, Mully?
I don't know very much about it, but I do. I like the competition of it. It's got some pace to it, and I enjoy watching it.
Look, I'm not going to pretend that I follow it closely, but I'll say this: from a basically expansion team, a brand new team a few years ago, to 10-3 this year. Amanda Barnes knows what she's doing with that lacrosse team. Very impressive.
Yeah, and it's such an up and coming sport in the South, and it's been a big deal in the Northeast, but it's becoming so much bigger of a deal. You see, the club teams, and Rose has a team, and New Bern has a team. The local high schools, and as I have boys that are in that kind of age range, it's something that they've talked about. We actually bought them from like Play It Again or something. We bought them lacrosse sticks and the ball. They get out and, it's been a while since they've done it, but they would get out and flip the ball around. It's a cool sport.
I was going to ask, other than like basketball, football, baseball, which we all kind of grew up on, like what are your boys into now? Like, do they do the gaming stuff?
Oh, they'll play
are they more outside?
One more than the other, but no, they tend to gravitate towards being outside. The sport I didn't play growing up that I wish I would have played would have been hockey.
Yeah,
I just think the speed of it and the physicality of it, I would have enjoyed that. The challenge is that I had to learn how to ice skate.
Yeah, this might not shock you, Mully. When I would go to Sports World for parties, I played in the arcade because I couldn't roller skate.
Now, I was a good roller skater.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What does that mean? What do you...
Well, apparently I was better than you. Which I don't know if that's saying a whole lot, but no, I was...
Did you do the couples?
I could hold my own. I could do the forward, backwards, the
couple skate?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Every chance I got.
Yeah, every chance this man got, he was out there couple skating. Watch your girls if she's on wheels, because Mully's coming up. All right, Mully. Let's talk Masters and just recap it. I was thinking about this. Everything we watch, we want it to be close and competitive, right? I mean, is there any sport where you'd rather see greatness than a close competitive match? I don't think so.
I would think the only thing that would change that would be if you have interest in the game financially.
Right. But like seeing Tiger lap the field or whatever.
The only thing with him when he was in his heyday was you would go, now by how many?
Yeah, but it's still, you'd rather see it obviously close, and that's kind of what we were all rooting for on Sunday. But there was a time when it was Rahm like 10 under or whatever he was, and then a group at 6, and you were like, okay, maybe.
Well, no, it got to 10 and 8. I mean, it got to where where it looked like you might. I mean, we were actually the discussion when Phil gets in the house at 8 under. We're like, man, what are the playoff rules? How do what are they doing? And it's, you start looking at that kind of stuff because you're thinking this could happen. But then you see Rahm, he once he had that 2-shot lead, he just hit the ball in the middle of the green, took his 2 putts, and moved on.
Yeah.
It became, that's the point at which it became kind of vanilla. And then the reality is he got, he kind of lengthened that lead, started firing at a few and made another birdie, so he basically walked away with it. I do wonder, and a group of us had talked about it before. I don't know if you heard it, but I wonder how much Koepka not playing 72 competitive holes.
You brought that up.
Wonder what effect it had.
You said that on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is this a Mully doing a talk radio segment? Because it's a very good point, but is it a factor? Is it going to be a factor? Watching it on Sunday, it sure looked like it was, and the fact that they played how many holes Sunday, Mully?
I think Sunday he played
just about a full live tournament.
I think he almost played 30 on Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what he got, where they were in the morning, but
I think that's a great point.
Well, and it obviously
it wasn't a good point for Phil.
It didn't bother Phil, but Brooks is also coming off knee issues and has had knee surgeries, and so I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much of it was mental. A lot of his game is mental. And a lot of every golfer's game is mental, but a lot of his game is his belief that he can just do. I don't know if when it started running sideways on him, because again, before he went to the LIV Tour, he really wasn't playing very well. So, and a lot of that was injury driven. So, but yeah, for a little glimpse of time there on Sunday in the middle holes, it looked like we may have an interesting ball game, but it got away from him.
Yeah.
John Rahm's just a machine too. I mean, he
was. I asked you, is he going in conservative mode here, which could probably hurt some golfers if they take the foot off the gas, but he was machine-like. It was awesome.
Well, I don't see, to me, conservative mode is like, normally I would hit driver here, but I'm going to try to play it safe and hit something crazy, a hybrid or a 5-wood. I think he hit the same clubs that he'd always hit. The difference in him, amongst other things, he can fire at spots with the same club. If he decides he wants to go at the pin and spin the ball right to left or left to right, or less spin or spin it back, he can do all that. He just decided, hey, I'm gonna hit it in the middle of the green, try to be around pin high, and make putts.
Yeah.
And when you putt like he does, it's almost unfair.
Jamie says Brooks did what he does well, fades at the Masters.
Yeah, but he's also had tremendous success in the majors, not necessarily the Masters, but I mean, for the lion's share of that tournament, he was really, really good.
Mully, is Phil Mickelson the story of the Masters? I know Rahm's the winner, but first of all, you guys talked about this. I hadn't seen Phil in a while. He's in tremendous shape for him. Like, he looked pretty sleek out there.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of weight, and
just put together a tremendous Sunday. It was pretty cool to watch.
Yeah, I don't know if that was obviously a storyline. I think having 3 live guys finish in the top 5. I will tell you, I think the folks at Augusta and the Masters did as good a job as anybody could possibly do, keeping the spotlight off of the live PGA conversation as much as they could, and keeping it directed on the tournament.
Talking to Mike Mullis here, and somebody pointed out, Johnny Gardner says Amanda Moore is the lacrosse coach. I used her old name before she got married. Her email is still Barnes AM 16 at ecu.edu, but she is Amanda Moore now, so my apologies. By the way, scoreless as they play in the first over at Johnson Stadium, ECU and North Carolina, and that shot went a little wide there for the Pirates, as we got lacrosse on ESPN Plus for those interested. All right, so now is the time that I don't focus on golf for a while. What'd you say, Mully? The live guys are off to Australia this week?
Off to Australia, yeah. I read that. I have not confirmed coverage on that on the CW, but from what I read, they were headed to Australia for the weekend.
All right, fair enough. What's the next major?
Oh gosh, the next major is going to be the PGA, maybe. You got me on that one. I know this week they're at Harbor Town, which is where they, historically go after the Masters. And I guess the big story there, but to this point, is Rory has withdrawn from that for some reason. So
PGA coming up May 18th, Mully, in Rochester, New York this year, Oak Hill Country Club. So there you go. Where is the U.S. Open? That'll be out in L.A. in June. So we'll have some of that night golf here on the East Coast.
Well,
all right. So there is your golf. Anything else, Masters?
No, to me, you had me thinking. I think the story of the Masters for the longest time was Bennett, the amateur. The rounds he put together, and to be in there so late. Kind of cool too. And he's a 5th-year senior at Texas A&M. And saw him, flying back into Aggie land and the reception he got. So that was an interesting thing to watch. It really felt like there was no chance he would win it, but man, did he played great, and obviously scuffled a little bit Sunday, but a lot on that guy. And from what I understand it, I don't know if he decided to play in it, but they had Texas A&M had a tournament that started Monday. Yesterday, so I have not looked to see if he played in that.
Yeah, we were talking now, and it kind of tells you the way the world has changed. College athletics has changed. Well, he can't get any money from this, but he can turn pro, if he wants to. And we were saying, well, now you need to get that NIL money, stay in school, try to win a national championship, right?
Yeah.
Somebody in College Station is going to pay that guy, if not the surrounding area.
Well, he didn't have all those logos on his shirt for free. So, I mean, they were paying him NIL money to be out there. I feel confident it was probably a kind of a graduated deal of, based on his success at the Masters. But I feel confident that he is being taken care of at some level.
We got a goal. The Pirates are dancing.
How about that celebration?
We got a little Cotton Eye Joe looking thing going on over there. Do-si-do as East Carolina takes a 1-0 lead over the sky blue cladded Tar Heels, and we like to beat them in any sport we can. And let's get one here. Lacrosse out to a 1-0 lead over North Carolina. All right, Mully, can you hang out another 15 or so?
Yeah, so Carolina's the number 5 team in the country. Is that what I read earlier? So I think that this was it's a big one. Yeah,
10-2 North Carolina versus 10-3 East Carolina. And the Pirates out to a 1-0 lead. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk some baseball with Mully, ECU, and otherwise, that's on the way. If anything you want to talk about, you can get that in on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, and join in on the conversation. More to go. Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. Back with you after this.
A little bit older. I just want to use your love tonight. I don't want to lose your love
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. Jeff, what can you do for people looking for a new vehicle in 2023?
We can show the people the number one selling car in the region, the Buick Encore, the Encore GX, the Envision, and the Buick Enclave. We've also got Cadillac dominating the market with the XT4, XT5, and XT6, and we continue to get new GMC Sierra trucks in daily. Please come see us at 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This is Aaron Williams with Ease Plumbing.
This is Mike Hoggart with Viva Electric.
This is Mark McLaughlin, Roland Black Heating and Cooling.
We have teamed up to form New Blue Service Group, offering Eastern North Carolina the best in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Same great local team, same great local service, just a new name. Contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Call us today to help with your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Go Pirates.
Getting a Jersey Mike's sub top Mike's way with onion, lettuce, tomatoes, oregano, and the juice is the bee's knees. Actually, it's better than the bee's knees. I mean, what's the purpose of knees on bees? They don't crouch, they just buzz around. But Mike's Way has a purpose, topping your sub the authentic Jersey way. It's the cat's pajamas. Wait, cats don't wear pajamas. Mike's Way is better. Let's just leave it at that. Get your sub top Mike's Way. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Greenville's first ever Texas Fusion restaurant is now open for lunch. That's right, the Sidebar, located right beside the Dickinson Avenue Public House, now offers lunch Tuesday through Friday from 11:30 to 2:30. Come take a break from work and enjoy the tastiest food items around. Whether it's the honey chipotle chicken sandwich, smoked brisket tacos, chicken tortilla soup, chicken tinga nachos, or keep it simple with chips and salsa. To keep up with our ever-changing menu, food and drink specials, and more, follow the Sidebar on Facebook or on Instagram at sidebar.greenville.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans, plus construction and lot loans. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offers over 50 years of experience. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only. Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender. NMLS 208516.
At Papa John's, we start with better. Like our fresh, never frozen dough made from 6 simple ingredients. And our dough can save you dough. Get 2 or more Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. Order now on the app from Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Did you know that it's illegal to dig without first calling 811? 811 is a free program that locates underground utilities, marking them with flags and paint lines so you know where not to dig. Accidentally digging into utility lines interrupts service and could seriously hurt you or someone else. If you know someone who's planning to dig, encourage them to call 811 at least 3 full working days before they dig. 811 is free, it's safe, and it's the law. This message is brought to you by Greenville Utilities and this station.
Pirate Radio.
I'll listen to you guys all the time, especially when it's coming up to game week with the Pirates, and I assure you I'll be listening to Pirate Radio at some point during the fall this year.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? We'll keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, Pirates 2, Tar Heels 0. out at Johnson Stadium, and the Pirates in possession. Just had a great save by the keeper.
Number 7, nifty little move down there for the score earlier.
Let's get some names with these.
Her last name is Bryant. I know that. Number 33, is that who you're or are you talking about number 7?
Frances Kimmel had the goal.
That's Caroline Kimmel.
Okay.
Frances is her first name. She prefers to go by Caroline.
Hey, you score a goal like that, she can go by whatever she wants to.
I could see why she chooses Caroline over Frances.
Frances!
I mean, probably when she's 70, she'll go Frances.
The goalkeeper, Shirley, is indeed 33, Bryn Knight.
Knight. Okay.
Knight. And fantastic save by her a moment ago. East Carolina, a 2-0 lead over North Carolina in lacrosse.
It really appears to be dominating.
Yeah.
I mean, they've controlled the ball an awful lot.
Yeah. We say appears to be because we still don't quite understand it all, but you're right. If you do the time of possession here, ECU is dominating. And Mully's about to go check this out live when he leaves here, so that'll be cool. All right, so we talked some golf. Let's talk some baseball, Mully. And first of all, with all your travels with baseball, and you played many years in your life, have you ever had an injury like Jacob Jenkins Cowart?
No, never seen it. Never seen it. I've seen foul balls hit other people in those places, but never, the batter. So, Godspeed to him, and hopefully his recovery is a quick one.
Sounds like he plans to return this year, which is great news.
Yeah.
And that was tough to see because they came out and looked at him when it happened at the plate. He ends up walking, goes to first, and ends up at second.
When he gets to second, you could tell he is just like legit pain.
Yeah, it almost looked like a guy with a concussion or something. He just kind of didn't look all that. Something was wrong.
Well, and any of us that have participated in sports, or any of us that have had those types of injuries, know that it's a little bit of a delayed response before it really hits you, and then it's almost like the entirety of your core, your stomach, your everything just goes bonkers on you. So yeah, hopefully he can get back and is healthy, and it's the challenge is going to be for the team now a little point of reinvention, just as they seem to have kind of been finding themselves. So we'll see what the long-term effect is, and it does kind of cut into the outfield depth a little bit, but obviously leaves a big hole in the 3 spot.
Well, we've had fans clamoring for, hey, let's see more Cam Clonch or Riley Johnson or Carter, whoever. And now you're going to test that depth, as you said. It's going to be a drop-off because Jacob Jenkins Cowart is an All-American candidate, but it's not going to be as dramatic a drop-off as you'd see with other teams out there because of the depth Cliff Godwin has assembled here.
I don't know. I think you may actually get a little better defensively, quite frankly. But I tell you what JC brings is when he comes to the plate, there's not a pitch he doesn't feel like he can hit, and he makes a lot of barrel contact. I mean, he hits the ball hard a lot, even in making outs. Now, he's got some swing and miss, and sure, but he finds the barrel an awful lot. So they go 3-0.
The Pirates are barreling up the Tar Heels here, 3-0 ECU, the lead over North Carolina as they are dominating in lacrosse out at Johnson Stadium. We'll see what the Pirates choose. Have you seen a pitcher yet? We'll have a lineup for you coming up soon. Who is pitching? Do you know, Chandler? Okay, you just shook your head yes, but gave me a no.
Johnny Holstaff would be my guess.
Zach Root is slated to start.
Thank you, Charlotte.
The Rooter.
It is a little less of a Johnny Holstaff this year for ECU, where they try to go like 3 or 4 with the starter. I guess they go until they can not go, but the starting pitching midweek has been good enough to where they get to the 3rd or 4th inning.
And that's funny that you would classify that as not being Johnny Holstaff.
When I think Johnny Holstaff, I think 1 or 2 innings.
1. But
yeah.
So he got into the 3rd last week.
And then Hunter went the final 4. So you're only using...
Well, that's 7. So, yeah, I mean, there was still, in my mind's eye, when you get into using like 4 guys. But that's college baseball now. It's just different. It used to be, you give the ball to a guy and you go, hey, give me 7. Now it's like, hey, get me to where I can get somebody else in here.
Well, at what point did midweek turn into this, Mully? Was there a time when you had like your 5 starters and you say you're our weekend?
It's really hard to have that, especially with injuries and things as they occur. So, but that's why you make the strategy in putting your team together largely hinges on how many pitchers you're carrying. So then it's, you play that game first and then figure out, all right, where do we backfill the other position players and having guys that, and Cliff has always done an amazing job of this, is having guys that can play multiple positions. So, I mean, you still see Cam Clonch's, his score, was it Clonch? Yeah, I think it's Clonch. Maybe it's Moylan. It pops up, though, it has infield, outfield, left-handed pitcher. So it's, it's still on his original slide up on the Jumbotron. So Cliff's always done a great job of being able to bring guys in that could really play and play multiple spots.
Landon Ginn is back, and the Pirates showed they could win some slugfest last week. Also showed they could win a pitcher's duel and kind of hurt themselves, leaving runners on base. They had They had 13 hits and scored 3 runs. Right. You don't see that a lot, Mully. Yep. But Landon Ginn and Wyatt Lunsford-Shankman did the job against UCF as they went 6 scoreless innings, Mully, in that win, the final game of the series.
Yeah, and the Friday night outing by Savage, I think, was probably didn't have his best stuff. He really competed to stay in that game as long as he could. Didn't really command the zone a whole lot, but again, found a way to pitch through. And it was kind of funny, and he seems to be the guy. There's been guys, Greg Maddux comes to mind. If you don't get him in the first, John Lester was that way. If you don't get him in the first, you're not going to get him. And Savage is kind of that dude that he gets into the later innings of his appearance. He seems to kind of settle in and, stuff comes back around. So, all in all, good, good. Anytime, you get 3 and with everything that was going on, with the weather and moving games and, just a mess, that's a great weekend.
Mully, we had Josh Moylan, Lane Hoover in here yesterday, Delcor Players Lounge. I remember you during the preseason, we were talking about Josh Moylan, and the word approach is used physically at the plate, but his approach to the season mentally, I remember you saying, like, he just seemed, I don't know, so pure, like he was on it. He was ready to go.
In a better place,
locked in. And it has shown on the field, right? I mean, he's hitting like he did when he was a freshman, hitting with some power. He's got 5 home runs on the year, but has become a much more consistent bat for ECU than we saw in his sophomore campaign.
Yeah, and I think the other one there, obviously had a great weekend, was Makaravich. So if
Player of the week,
if those two guys can put it together, you miss JC a little less. If they're if the opposition is able to neutralize either one of those guys, it's going to make it a little bit tough. But yeah, no, Moylan, and he came out of the gate, struggled a little bit early. He wasn't great, but stayed with his approach and stayed, kind of stayed centered and focused on what opportunity lied ahead. And he's off to a great start. I say start. We're halfway.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like it's been so fast.
Average is a stat. Cliff Godwin doesn't like batting average. You don't like it, Mully, either. It's not. Pirates have 6 guys hitting 300 or better, 9 guys hitting 290 or better. I mean, still a sign of a decent.
Yeah, I mean, but what you don't see is, again, Jenkins Coward. His loud contact numbers got to be really high. And, there are some
Moylan
guys
talked about that too early in the year. He was hitting some right at guys,
and that that happens. And I'm gonna tell you, this team tonight, I thought Old Dominion's got 23, 24
23 and 8, I believe.
Yeah. So, I mean, it should be a good ball game. You look back at who they've played, and it's, if you look RPI and strength of schedule and all those things do matter. It doesn't really. It's not even really close to what the Pirates have played. But 23 wins is 23 wins. It's I can't say it much less. I mean, it's hard to do. What'd you put in this water?
But, you need another?
I mean, I'm telling you. But yeah, I mean, quality ball club, and as you alluded to earlier, they Pirates had a tough time with them last year.
Are you watching enough baseball nationally, or know enough, Mully? And this is our fans, and we expect excellence, I guess, around here with Cliff Godwin. Cliff Godwin expects excellence, so I guess the fans do as well. But I see when the polls come out, they say, man, I love us. We're not a top 10 team. We're a top 15 team. We're not number 9. How does East Carolina stack up with the best of the best nationally this year?
I mean, when you look at strength of schedule and RPI and wins, again, even if you and I and whoever else is not watching every game nationally, the people that vote on this are watching every game. So in their opinion, and that's why you see the variance, you're going to have slants. Like if you get the West Coast stuff, and even West Coast, the Texas numbers, thank you, Shirley. The Texas numbers, the team, the guys that live there, they're going to be slanted that way. And then, we've got Baseball America, but, in Durham, and so we get a lot of coverage with them.
Aaron Fitz based there with D1.
Right. So, I mean, it just quite frankly, and Cliff will tell you something, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, it really does. What matters is RPI strength of schedule and win ball games. That's what gives you a chance to dictate your path in the postseason.
I do feel like East Carolina is they're not a blue blood in college baseball by any means, but they're going to start. They get the benefit of the doubt at this point because they've been so good that if you look at them versus another team that maybe kind of came out of nowhere, East Carolina might get that edge in the rankings just because they've been there for so many years.
You know what's different to me with baseball is I don't see blue blood.
Yeah,
and it's just not that's not the kind of sport it is. But you're right. East Carolina reputationally is a team that has a tremendous history. The program, what the program has done, speaks for itself, and that does get you nods later in time. And look, strategically having people that are East Carolina people that serve on the board as it relates to NCAA baseball committees is also a big deal.
All right, a couple of takes on opponents, one lacrosse, one baseball. We'll go baseball first. Jamie says ODU has a top 10 offense in home runs and slugging percentage per ECU's website. Hopefully they can be another Missouri State and come in with all those numbers and leave basically with those same numbers. That's what the Pirates did to the Bears weeks ago.
I was just going to say, I don't know if y'all mentioned this. I've been kind of busy over here, but there is some local interest when it comes to Old Dominion baseball tonight. They do have a guy on the roster, catcher number 10, Robbie O'Neill, who is from Greenville. He went to D.H. Conley, and he actually played last year at Pitt Community College. He batted .371 with 55 RBIs and 6 home runs, so a little local interest there.
Great call, Chan Man. Mully, I'm sure you're familiar with.
Yeah, his dad's a teacher over at Farmville Middle, actually the AD, and he's
Shaquille.
No, not Shaquille, quite the opposite size wise, but no, yeah, Morgan's been around a long time, coached a lot of guys in this area. Robbie's a really good player. He actually, out of high school, went to play for Billy Godwin at UNCG, and it just didn't work out. So he went over to Pitt, had a good year there, and he was kind of a two-way guy. He pitched a little bit, and would obviously catch, and so yeah, that's a good get there. But yeah, he will be there tonight.
All right, North Carolina has answered. It is now 3-2 ECU.
And that was quick.
A very quick answer. Mike P., who every time we talk lacrosse, Mike P. Adds to the conversation. He knows about it, is educated on it. Says UNC women's lacrosse is a powerhouse. Number 5 in the nation is a down year for them. ECU winning would be program defining. That's how big of a game this is, Mully.
Awesome.
Pirates up 3-2 right now.
You know what's interesting with the period change? So I take it we're in the second period now, or so they changed ends of the field. So everything still is in the same end of the field. All the scoring has happened that way. Is there a shadow or something that's causing a problem?
Very good point.
Yeah,
maybe some tight nets on one of the ends, like they say, tight rims in basketball. All right, Mully, watching any MLB, following it? Do you know who the only undefeated team is in baseball right now?
Yeah, who was it? 10-0, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay Rays are 10-0 to start the season, and just a fantastic start for them. Talked with Mark Brown, CamdenChat.com earlier. O's are 5-5, taking on maybe the worst team in baseball this week, the Athletics, and they have their young stud pitcher on the mound tonight for his second start, Grayson Rodriguez. So we'll have that for you on Pirate Radio. Braves snap a 3-game losing streak last night with a Sean Murphy home run in extra innings. They knocked off the Reds. And I don't know, any other headlines you're following in Major League Baseball, watching Burley?
Yeah, the year Burley's off too, and Connor Norby at AAA's having a great year. And the Pirates, 3 top 100 prospects in Major League Baseball, so with Gavin in that mix. So
how does that work with Burley being a major leaguer?
He'll come out of that status, at some point. So, but man, he's hit the ball well. I tell you what, when I look at the Cardinals, there are a lot of dudes they didn't have names on the back of the jerseys. There are a lot of guys that look like Burley.
It has been that way forever. They have one guy in particular, maybe multiple guys that have hair coming out of the hat, that have some facial hair,
and it's like, is that him?
Yeah. They have been. and it's frustrating because every year they're good in the playoffs, and they just have these guys I've never heard of. And now Alec Burleson is one of those guys. The only reason we know him, he played here in Greenville. So the Cardinals are always going to be there, although they are off to a slow start record-wise this year. All right. Anything else, Mully?
No, nothing. I'm looking forward to the game tonight. You know, it is always something special. You know, Tuesday's one of those days. Hey, we got over Monday. Okay, Tuesday, we're getting to the middle of the week. But Tuesday with a home baseball game, especially with the weather like it is tonight, is a fun thing and a great environment and something I look forward to.
Yeah, awesome crowd last week. Should be the same tonight. Appreciate you hanging out with us today, Mully.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go on Pirate Radio Live. We have some sort of violation here, it looks like. East Carolina leading North Carolina 3-2. 11:37 left to go in the second quarter.
I was going to say, one of the Pirates got a yellow card, had to come off the field.
Oh, you got to go off that field.
Boom.
Oh, a little shot to the dome.
Heck, yeah.
That'll get you a yellow card every time. 3-2 on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by Dubuck. Take a timeout, come back. More to go. Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live after this.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com. Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
In studio today with Frank Lee with Appliances Superstore. Frank, why should people go see you?
We make buying appliances easy, just that simple. We have the largest selection of in-stock appliances in Eastern North Carolina, which helps our customers save money every day. We offer a 12-month warranty on our appliances, plus we deliver and set up your new appliances and remove your old ones. Come visit us at the Appliances Superstore off 264 behind the new DMV, or shop us online at AppliancesSuperstore.com. Remember, we make buying appliances easy at the Appliances Superstore.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Hey Wood Ducks fans, be sure to purchase your single game tickets online at woodducksbaseball.com. Have a big group? No problem. Book your group tickets by calling our front office at Granger Stadium. This year's schedule features the return of daily themes including Tribute Tuesday, Winning and Wind Down Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Mother Earth Friday, Pepsi Saturday, and Dogs and Dogs Day. Make sure to follow the Down East Wood Ducks on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook so you don't miss anything. We hope to see you out at Granger Stadium all season long. Let's go Woodies!
Zero means zero at Bostic Sugg Furniture. Zero minimum purchase, zero interest, zero sales tax. Today at Bostic Sugg, zero gets you everything. Beautiful sofas, sectionals, and motion furniture, dining sets, and bedrooms. Then get a discount equal to double the sales tax, or 72 months zero interest with zero minimum purchase. Plus, sleep better on a new Restonic or Serta mattress with a power base. Zero means zero, but there's zero time to waste. So hurry to Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Did you know 1 in 5 Americans use alternative wellness practices? And this number is growing, with good reason. Your CBD store empowers modern wellness through premium hemp products. We're the #1 CBD brick and mortar in the world with products for sleep, focus, recovery, and more. Our products are the gold standard in hemp wellness. Your CBD store, Greenville, 420 East Arlington Boulevard, or call 999-5127.
Must be 18 years of age. This statement has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Greetings, friends of Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. We are currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. If you want to be part of a thriving school system that focuses on educating students, growing our employees, and promoting positive mental and physical health initiatives, we encourage you to become a part of our Pitt County Schools family to help ensure success for the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
Hi, this is Morgan Ehlers, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back for the latest breaking news and interesting stories. Also, some awesome contests that can make you a winner. Be sure to follow Pirate Radio on our social media. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. You can join the over 62,000 followers today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. Facing some adversity here are the Pirates. That 3-0 lead is gone. It is now 4-3. North Carolina flexing their lax muscles against ECU.
Is lacrosse scoring usually this fast paced?
Yes. They can score quickly.
That Duke ECU game, there was a ton of scoring when we flipped it on, and then both teams, neither team really scored at all in the second half. So it was kind of a shift.
Yeah, also there was some penalties during the break that we had another Pirate player that got issued a yellow card, and then there was another penalty that allowed, I guess you could say, a lacrosse version of like a penalty kick. And unfortunately, the goalkeeper could not keep the ball out of the net. Unfortunately, North Carolina scored 2 quick goals. So now they're up 4-3. But, you know, like we said, goals can come in spurts, and sometimes they come in bunches. So it doesn't look like East Carolina's backing down from this 5th-ranked team.
We'll see if they can get back in the scoring column. Music trivia question for you guys. Who sings the song that goes, "If I could find you now, things would be better. We can leave this town and then together."
Blink 182.
Nah, but it's in that family. There's a reason I asked this particular question, because something was said that reminded me of this band.
Sum 41?
No, but it is in that family. You're in the era. You're in that style of music. Would you like for me to tell you?
Good Charlotte?
No. Yellow Card.
Yellow Card. There were so many of those bands.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
There's a place on Ocean Avenue. Yellow Card. All right. So there you go. We will have a baseball lineup coming up in the next 30 minutes, I would project. So we'll keep an eye on that, see what the Pirate lineup looks like without Jacob Jenkins Cowart. They have played, one game without Jacob? One full game, because I remember Josh Moylan saying he was kind of surprised that JC was in the dugout following his injury, the game after following his injury. So Pirates have one without him. We'll see if they can do it again coming up when they take on Old Dominion, as ECU goes in to this game feeling pretty good, coming off a 4-0 week. They are 24-8 on the year and have been good at home, 20-2 at home. They lost to Long Beach State. The other home loss, I guess, was UNCW, right? Those are the only 2 home losses this year for the Pirates. Some other things going on. If you'd like to chime in, you can do so on Facebook Live and YouTube. Let's get some likes going. Richard says Simple Plan. That was not the band, but once again in the same family.
they had so many of those bands that all sound the same to me.
Kind of whine. I don't know if that was considered emo, but it was like
it was
almost emo, alternative rock, whatever. Simple Plan, I want to say, was sorry, I can't be perfect. It was all whiny emo rock music back then.
Yeah, I mean, you had.
Which I kind of got into some of that. Taking Back Sunday was a good screamo band that I liked. When I worked at WZMB, when I was a student, they told me I could do a sports show and do play-by-play for games if I hosted a rock show on WZMB on Saturday nights. And I was like, well, yeah, I'll sacrifice a few hours on a Saturday night if I can do the sports stuff. So I played stuff I liked, but also we had a lot of whatever the new hip emo screamo rock bands were. So I got to know a lot of funky bands that otherwise I wouldn't have known. Modest Mouse, I guess, was pretty popular.
Oh yeah.
But I ended up liking them a lot, hearing their CD, playing that back then. Good times.
Here's an interesting story. This involves Michael Jordan.
Michael Air Jordan?
Yes.
Or Michael B. Jordan?
Michael Air
okay,
Jordan.
Thank you.
Michael Jordan's game-worn Jordan 13s that he wore in Game 2 of the 1998 Finals, which was featured in The Last Dance.
Is that the flu / whatever game?
I want to say
that might be
very possible.
I'll look, yeah.
Sold today at a New York auction for $2.2 million. That is a very expensive pair of shoes.
That was Game 5 of the 97 Finals.
What, the flu game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this was a different game.
Game 2.
NBA Finals. It was once again against the Jazz. I heard this on Pick Central a couple weeks ago, and we got a little open segment here. If you could own any piece of sports memorabilia, you had unlimited funds to get whatever you wanted, what would it be?
Chicken wings.
A piece of sports
what are you talking
memorabilia.
About? What do you mean? Hold on. What?
Wait, what was the question?
What did you think the question was? To say chicken wings?
Unlimited funds to get whatever you wanted. Like I have all the money in the world to get whatever I wanted.
And you're getting chicken wings?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Should I ask the question again?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay, so Shirley, who's right there to your left, like right beside you, had brought up the Michael Jordan story with the shoes. You heard that part.
Yes.
So then I said, if you could own any piece of sports memorabilia and you had unlimited funds, what would you choose? It sounded like Shirley was and you came in with chicken wings. Just to kind of reset what just happened there.
Yes.
That was that.
That's pretty much what happened.
Eric said Chandler can kill a segment like no other. Bravo.
It's called tanking.
Oh, man. You thought the Mavericks did some tanking? You ain't seen Chandler's work here. All right. So now that you know the question, Newton says a Babe Ruth signed baseball. My answer to this would be, it would have to be something personal, like from a team that I like. And again, I heard this on Pick Central, so I started to think about it a couple weeks ago. And my first thought was something, all right, either Washington Commanders, formerly Redskins, Atlanta Braves, or maybe ECU. And my first thought was like the plate that Sid Bream slid safely into for the Braves to win the National League all those years ago. So that would be Braves memorabilia. It'd be cool to have a frame plate hanging on the wall. So that would be, that's the first thing I thought of.
I'd probably go with...
You're still thinking chicken wings. Are you thinking of the flavor you want?
No, see, y'all don't get it. I meant like the chicken wing bones that Michael Jordan ate back in 1987. See, y'all don't listen. Y'all need to listen to me.
Hey, listen to this. Pirates score a goal 4-4.
Let's do it.
ECU, North Carolina tied up in Johnson Stadium on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck. I'd probably go something like Tiger Woods, maybe like his putter that he used in the Masters that he won in 2019.
Really? That would be that. I mean, that's a good call, but that would be
the putter that he used to tap in the last putt. Or maybe the ball.
The ball that hung with the Nike swoosh on the cup before it dropped in. That particular ball.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be awesome.
Shirley, before we get some other answers, I've got some other responses. Jamie said Muhammad Ali's gloves from Thrilla in Manila, or a Babe Ruth bat from a World Series game. Stan says Jack Nicklaus's George Lowe putter. All right.
Good Lord, Eric.
I know. I'm waiting to get to Eric's. Jamie says Chandler can have the turkey bones from John Madden's Thanksgiving game turkey.
It's a turducken.
The turducken.
I mean, you just pull it right here, and you kind of flick it right here, and then boom, it just fall off the bone.
It's a turducken.
Don said Donald Juan, and this is a famous piece, which I get. Mine would definitely be more personal to me and my teams than kind of these broad answers, but he says the Hannes Wagner baseball card, like that old famous Hannes Wagner card.
I have 4.
All right, let's name them.
Okay, the first one would be the game ball, the last ball caught when the Red Sox won their very first World Series.
Okay.
That would be my first one. The second one would be...
They beat the Cardinals?
I don't remember. I want to say yes.
That's because it's kind of like when the Braves beat the Dodgers to get to the World Series. That was the big bad. Like, they beat the Astros in the World Series, great, but like the Dodgers was the team I really wanted to beat.
Yeah.
The Yankees was the team the Red Sox really wanted to beat.
Yeah.
What was that, 04?
I want to say
World
yes.
Series. I think it was the Cardinals. Was it the Cardinals?
It was the first one they won when they broke the curse.
Man Ram MVP when they beat the Cardinals. All right, there you go. So
Okay,
you got
so
that game ball.
Yeah.
All right.
I would love to have a game ball from the All Women's Baseball League, the historical one. Well, from like a league of their own, the Rockford Peaches. Like, I would love to have a actual game ball that was used in that league.
A movie prop or the actual league?
No, the actual league.
I think it'd be cool to have a Rockford Peaches signed ball by the team.
Yeah.
By the celebrities.
Props are awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I would take that too.
Man, now that opens a whole new world. Like Pedro Serrano's bat he hit a home run with.
Maybe the whatever the doll was in the locker room.
Joe Boo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have that.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got, Shirley?
My third one would be probably, I mean, I would love to have the trophy, but you can't necessarily have the trophy, but the 2015 U.S. World Cup, when the U.S. won the World Cup in 2015, that was the one that Abby won.
How about a shin guard?
Yeah, I'll take a shin guard. Yeah.
All right.
Autographed by Abby Wambach.
And number 4?
And number 4 would be a piece of the net from the game-winning shot that Christian Laettner hit against Kentucky.
Huh. That is a piece of history.
That's college basketball history right there.
College basketball history.
Because a lot of people can remember where they are with certain moments of their lives. I remember exactly where I was when Laettner hit that shot.
As do I. I was angry. I was a Duke hater, and my mom was a Duke fan. And so was my friend who was spending the night that night, and they were celebrating, and I was like, this is trash. All right. Chandler, did you think of anything else?
A gold medal, really, from anybody on the Dream Team in 1992.
Okay. You can get Christian Laettner's. He'll give Shirley the net, and you get Laettner's gold medal.
And here's the
I'll
gold
tell
medal.
you what, Carrie Strugg's gold medal.
All right.
Do you remember Carrie Strug?
I want Tanya Harding's tire iron. All right, so I've got some other answers here. I want y'all to think of another one. Question B, What piece of ECU related memorabilia would you want?
Ooh.
Think about that one while I reel off some more responses. Brad says he wants a Ric Flair robe. Brad, would you wear it, or would you have it, in a, I guess you could put a robe in a giant case. Would you display it, or would you wear it if you had it?
I would wear it the first couple times and then display it. Because you don't want to mess it up.
I would display it and then break it out for like parties and stuff, big events.
Yeah, big
That'd be
events.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, how about the ball Akeem Richmond hit for the CIT?
Okay, I was going to say the net.
Okay,
that it went
you
through.
take the net, I'll take the ball.
Yeah.
Obviously, you could go. I mean, if you want any Peach Bowl memorabilia, I know a guy.
Yes. If you want some grass from the field,
Yeah,
I know a guy.
I know a guy. Could do that.
Let's see here.
Travis Watkins home run ball would be pretty cool from the Virginia game.
I was going to say that's the one I was thinking of.
I would want the first mic that Jeff Charles was behind.
Oh.
His first game as the voice of the Pirates.
Done.
That's cool. That's really cool.
The very first mic, if we could ever find that.
I like that idea. Very good.
I like it. I like it.
Ooh, good game here. Jamie says game ball or Garrard helmet from the Miami ECU post-Floyd game.
Yes.
Very cool. That would be very cool.
If we could take a saw and saw up the field goal post and maybe keep it from that game.
Yeah. Did I say Todd? Todd said anything. Todd. Anything from the Masters signed by Arnold Palmer was his answer to the original question. Are we ready for Eric's joke now?
Yes.
Sure.
All right. This is Eric, not me. Eric said, I would want one of those deflated balls. I'm referring to Tom Brady, not Jacob Jenkins Cowart. In no world, Eric, no world is that funny. It is despicable, and
you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I'm banning you for the rest of the segment.
And you should be disgusted with yourself.
You should. You need to look yourself in the mirror and say, what am I doing? Say, what are you doing? And you're pointing at yourself. And then you need to answer that question. What are you doing?
If I were him, I would be too ashamed to look myself in the mirror.
Right.
I wouldn't even be able to look at myself.
Yeah.
If I was Eric.
If I was, I'd probably tarp up your mirrors in your house.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to see that person looking back at you, Eric.
You need to go into quarantine, Eric, just for being just a terrible human being right there. And a bad joke teller.
All right. We hate to lay down punishment like that.
Sorry, Eric. I mean, you'll get out of the jailhouse, I guess, in the next segment. But the rest of this segment, you're banned.
Yeah. Steven wants a Steve Logan Gatorade towel.
I think my dad would want anything Steve Logan.
How about how about a pair of Logan khakis where the knee has grass on it from his kneel down? But he didn't kneel on. Did he crouch or?
He crouched.
Yeah.
I don't remember him kneeling.
So there wasn't
much.
a knee. Yeah, you're right.
He would usually crouch.
I'd want one of the sweat towels that Ruffin McNeil had his first year here at ECU that he always carried around.
How about a Scotty Montgomery white long sleeve light shirt?
Or like a game worn white visor that he used to wear.
Pull over. Brad wants a clip rain box. My rain box from.
Ah, yes, I remember that.
That was from the North Carolina.
Was that the A&T game?
Hey,
I want to say that was the A&T game.
Let's ask the people out there, what Pirate Radio memorabilia would you want?
What piece of
from like a past promo video or maybe a show or something?
Yeah, what would you want? A game used Mully chair just from moments ago. We could auction that off right now.
Maybe the chicken head that we used in the promo for the bowl game.
A water bottle that Bryce Williams drank out of.
Speaking of chicken heads, did we ask you how your date went the other night?
Now that deserved.
Kenny says one knee on the ground. Okay, so maybe there was the grass stained khakis of Steve Logan. Steven said a John Thompson sweater vest. Psych. Ooh, you almost got me.
Oh, man.
Glad you said psych.
I was on the edge of my seat right there.
Kaz said a wrestling belt would be cool, and it really would.
Now, that would be cool.
Not that I was a Hollywood Hogan fan per se, but the NWO belt, where they spray painted the big gold belt, NWO, that would be a cool piece of memorabilia.
I want one of Undertaker's coffins. Just go in my house. Like, put it in the man
You could have casket matches every night, dude.
I want the wide-brimmed hat.
I want the urn.
Wore.
Oh, the hat.
I want the urn.
Paul Bearer.
Yeah.
Urn. Stan wants one of Pat Dye's hats from the 70s.
Was it? No, it wasn't Mouth of the South. Who was the one? I could see his
Tennis
face.
racket?
Yes.
That was
McEnroe?
No.
talking about a wrestling guy. Jim Cornette.
Oh, I thought
Thank you. Cornette.
Jim
I was like,
Cornette.
I could see his face. I just his name.
Chicken wings?
I'd love to have that tennis racket. You know that thing has seen a noggin or two.
I think Kenny's got maybe the all-time best answer
What's
for
that?
Pirate Radio memorabilia.
What's that?
The West Hine shirt. I think that's it. That is the number one piece of memorabilia.
Yeah,
which
probably
I'm
so.
pretty sure Troy has somewhere. Right?
Does he still keep
I think
it?
he has it framed.
He's got that. He's got the bra that Tony Collins wore.
Yeah, I remember he still had the bra because I was like, why is this bra still here?
A big, bright red
one.
bra.
Yeah, it was a bright red bra.
Bra.
All
right. Good segment.
Jamil or Jamie says the baseballs when Clip tried to catch foul balls barehanded.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I think there was a watch along we did where you were like, it's easy to catch a foul ball. Oh no, it was when you were giving like the fans crap because they dived out of the way and you're like, here's a baseball, just toss it up to me. And you're like, it's that easy. I think that's the baseball he wants.
All right, you want that? We have that ball.
Yeah.
Sitting right over there.
What about a hat from Bryce Williams? A show worn hat from Bryce Williams.
Slim 80 jersey?
I have a piece of memorabilia, not because it's a piece of memorabilia, more or less because I just wanted to get rid of it. That stinking bell.
Oh, yeah. Troy D's bell.
I hated that
treasure
bell.
chest bell.
The treasure chest bell. Yeah.
There was nothing I wanted to chunk out the window more than that bell.
All right. Well, we'll see what Bryce Williams has to say about this.
Would anybody want maybe the goatee that I used in the Jim Rome promo video? Would anybody want that? Would that be cool? That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
That would be a great...
That thing, it didn't stay on very well, did it?
No, it didn't.
That would be a great talking point to have at your house. A great conversation starter.
Conversation piece.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a break. When we return, Hour 3, Bryce Williams joins us. We'll talk some spring football. We'll also make you a winner. Got tickets to go see the Down East Wood Ducks, along with a cool clear bag and some awesome jersey koozies. Your bottle of beer will never look better in one of these koozies. We'll have all that for you and more coming up. Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. We are back with you after this.
Pirate Fest, presented by Optimum, offers a full day of piratical tomfoolery. This free event includes 75 vendors, food trucks, art demos, mermaids, and of course, pirates. Join us on Saturday, April 15th from 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. for live pirate reenactments, great food, and so much more. Finish off the day with a concert on the town common from country music artists Maddie and Tay. For more information, visit piratefestnc.com. It's going to be awesome.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Coach Cliff Godwin. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been caring for our athletes at ECU for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for our sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the team at Orthopedics East at 252-757-2663 or visit them online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
Did you know that it's illegal to dig without first calling 811? 811 is a free program that locates underground utilities, marking them with flags and paint lines so you know where not to dig. Accidentally digging into utility lines interrupts service and could seriously hurt you or someone else. If you know someone who's planning to dig, encourage them to call 811 at least 3 full working days before they dig. 811 is free, it's safe, and it's the law. This message is brought to you by Greenville Utilities and this station.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for $11.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
To keep your bodies active and engaged in the activities that you love, you need a good stretch. And at Bodies in Balance, that's the mission they follow to give you the best quality of life. The team at Bodies in Balance can create a stretch or massage program that is right for you, featuring aromatherapy, hot stones, hot towels, cupping, percussion, and myofascial work at no extra cost if requested. And don't forget to mention Pirate Radio and get your first massage for $1 per minute and your first stretch free. Call today at 916-4530 and check them out online at bodiesinbalance.com.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Ease Plumbing, Viva Electric, and Roland Black Heating and Cooling have teamed up to form New Blue Service Group, offering Eastern North Carolina the best in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Same great local team, same great local service, just a new name. For plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services, go to callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Bryce, you want to run down some halftime stats from this lacrosse game real quick?
Yes, we got Britt Knight today, number 30.
3.
6 saves, 8 shots to the face.
He saw the stat graphic up there that said shots faced, and he said 8 shots to the face. Man, it's a tough gig out there.
Yikes!
Woof! Do not envy her.
Good thing she's got the big mask on.
That's right. 5-4, North Carolina leads as they're about to begin the second half. This will be a major upset if the Pirates could pull off this W. All right, Shirley, can we hit and look at the girls getting down?
Focusing more so on the game and them TikTok dances.
We got some dancing going on. Shirley, hit some Broken Dumb, and let's introduce Bryce Williams here.
I saw the light, I was baptized by the fire in your touch and the flame in your eyes. I'm born to love again, I'm a brand new man.
Somebody dubbed us Broken Dumb during a watch-along, which I thought was pretty funny, so we'll go with that. Bryce Williams is here. Bryce, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
Doing good. As got a little lacrosse action going on. We'll keep an eye out, Chan Man, for a starting lineup for ECU baseball. We'll get that out to you in just a moment. All right, a moment ago, we were talking about... Oh, by the way, Eric's suspension is over. Eric said that might have been the longest 5 minutes of my life. I vow to never go back to PRL jail. I saw the light.
He saw the light.
And that's what it's about, rehabilitation. And we banned Eric for about 5 minutes, and now he's back. He's a brand new man.
I know what
he saw the light.
I know what it's like to be banned from fifth quarter call-in shows.
You know, we were talking about Shirley. Oh, it was because Cornell Powell's uncle is a fan of Pirate Radio in the fifth quarter, and he was talking to me. I met him a couple weeks ago, and he said, "And man, it's funny, and that's a great goal right there." And Shirley will hang up on somebody quick. And we were talking about it, and we said, you know what, Shirley's hung up on a lot of people, including Bryce Williams. And we show no favoritism. If you break the rules, you break the rules. And Bryce, you know, was that a wedding party, I believe?
A wedding, yeah.
I'm sure what do you call them? Cold snacks?
Cold snacks were flowing just right.
They were flowing.
Mm-hmm.
They were tasting pretty good that evening.
Like a herd of Capistrano.
What?
Like a Dumb and Dumber. Women flowed, the wine flows, or whatever, like a herd of Capistrano, whatever it is.
But Bryce let out one curse word that was okay to say, and then one that wasn't, and we had to let him loose.
Yep. Quick draw, Shirley.
See ya.
Can't even get one strike. I mean,
no, you're out, buddy.
I guess it is one strike, and you're right. Yeah.
Because I remember you saying, "Oh God, I'm sorry," and the clip was like, "Nah, man, you're gone. Sorry."
No, I think he said something like, "Can't follow the rules, gotta cut them." I'm like, "Dadgummit."
So there you go, Eric. You're not alone. Bryce too has faced the wrath of Pirate Radio regulations. All right, but we were talking about any piece of sports memorabilia. You had unlimited funds. What would you choose to own? And I went something kind of personal to teams I like. The home plate that Sid Bream slid in to win the 1991 or 2 NLCS. I chose that, but we had a lot of. Brad said a Ric Flair robe would be a cool piece of memorabilia. Yeah. Todd said anything from the Masters signed by Arnold Palmer. We had a lot of other. We had, let's see, a Babe Ruth signed baseball, Muhammad Ali's gloves from the Thrilla in Manila, and so those were some of the guesses the answers we had.
That's some good stuff.
How about you? Anything come to mind for you, sports memorabilia wise?
Man, a lot of that stuff that's named pretty good. I'm for some reason I'm going baseball. I guess it's all just like a Jackie Robertson's bat, or something cool like that, or his cleats, or hat. So any of those old legendary baseball players would be cool.
It seems like you bring it because you're not a huge baseball fan.
No.
But when you think of sports memorabilia and classic stuff like that, you tend to go to baseball before the other sports.
Right, yeah.
I agree.
Most definitely.
And then question 2, what piece of ECU sports memorabilia all time would you want to have?
Oh, God.
And I went to hoops, the Akeem Richmond ball that he hit the 3 at the buzzer to win the CIT. Just because that was such a fun moment.
I remember listening to it on the radio.
Yeah,
that was very exciting to actually listen to a game like that.
Jeff Charles was fired up on that call. We had a lot of answers. somebody wanted David Garrard's helmet or the game ball from the ECU game against Miami post Hurricane Floyd, which would have been awesome. Jamie just says Bryce's long hair from his playing days. A lock of Bryce Williams' hair that came out of the helmet flowing.
There we go.
That'd have been any. How about ECU memorabilia? Did you steal any of like Justin Hardy or Shane Carden's? I don't know, game worn jersey or something?
No. Trying to think. You have to give me a second.
Chandler, what'd you say from Ruff? His sweat towel, a rough towel.
Oh, Coach.
In his first year, he always had like a white towel on his shoulder. Where he used to sweat and stuff.
You want the rough towel? That'd be pretty cool.
The rough sweat towel.
Goodness, maybe like the blocked punt. From the Virginia Tech.
TJ Lee blocked punt ball.
Yeah, because I always remember seeing the picture when we have like our team meals in the smaller center deal. Yeah, and I mean you just see it and whatnot. So probably maybe like that'd be a cool ball to have, just because it is a cool picture and we won that game, and that's the first thing that comes to mind there.
How about this, Bryce? You actually were on the field making the plays. If you could have, so in baseball, you get your first hit in the majors. They stop the game, get the ball. Seems like football, you make a play or a touch, like you don't get to keep the ball or anything. If you could have one piece of memorabilia, jersey, ball, turf, goalpost, whatever, from your playing days, what would it be? Like a memory for you?
Well, I mean, I was fortunate. I've got the football. I scored with the Cardinals. I've got that football. My first NFL touchdown.
That's cool.
So I've got that ball. Maybe an ECU. I've got like a few. I think like 2 ECU footballs, but I think they're just random. Maybe like my first touchdown against Virginia Tech. That was my first career touchdown at home. So
get that first collegiate touchdown.
Yeah, so that probably that football would be cool. Lucky enough to have 2 helmets.
What helmets you got?
Just the purple ones. So I've got 2 of those, and I'd like a better football. I don't have any like good ECU footballs. I don't even know. Actually, I don't.
Just like a game ball of any kind.
Good game ball would be cool to have. Got the cleats, gloves, jersey, Shane Carden.
Do you have anything? What do you got from Shane?
Nothing. I was making a joke in case he ever listens to me asking, "I want your jersey." Yes, I was fortunate.
Do you have that like
things?
Where's your Cardinals ball?
That is, Mom and Dad probably have it. Mom and Dad were able to. For Christmas, they put like in a glass case thing, and my mom's friend like wrote the score to the game and stuff like that.
You got any rings? How many rings you got? Bowl rings?
I've got 4 or 5 bowl rings. Of course, only 2. I think I have 4 or 5.
Can I have one of your losing bowl rings?
Yeah.
You don't want those anyway.
I'll give you the Birmingham Bowl.
Yes. Sweet.
Because the Marshall Beef O'Brady's and the other Beef O'Brady's is the ones that we actually won. So
yeah,
I don't care about the other ones.
I mean, getting a ring for just going to a bowl is kind of cheap. I mean, you agree with it.
I agree. So I mean, hell, I might just I'll see where they are.
Yeah, ask Pops if you can pass that on to somebody like myself.
I'd rather be here and sitting in my dresser, that's for sure.
Adam on Twitter has a good one. Adam says Jeff Confer's termination letter.
Oh God.
By the way, I saw we're gonna our checks that we're continuing to write to Jeff Confer are coming to an end soon, or they have ended. So that's good to know.
Checks.
Yeah, hell yeah. I would like to take that baby to the bank right now. Pack the Jungle on Twitter said, I'd like some of the turf of the goal line of the Peach Bowl from the We Believe season.
Yeah. Know a guy.
I know a guy. I know a guy that's got that. You know the guy, Bryce? His name's Troy D.
Sure, I'm about to say Troy D probably has it.
Gator says, my dad actually dug that spot up where Luke Fisher landed. It's still painted purple. He's got it in a box in the closet. I'll try to find the picture I took of it.
Well, dang, it's in the closet. I don't need
What's it doing in the closet?
Grass can't grow in the closet.
I know.
It's dead now. I want to believe that story, but that's a tall tale right there, buddy.
Put that in the closet. You put it like in a case.
Chris Bray said, I wish I had got some of those hedges that were taken up to build the boneyard. What if you took Dowdy Ficklin Stadium hedges and just put them in the front yard? That'd be pretty cool.
That's pretty
cool. I think my brother, he probably don't have any more. When we beat West Virginia, that was before the boneyard. Everybody stormed the field. I think he's got, I don't know if he still has it, but the grass from that game.
2008.
Mm-hmm.
That was an awesome win for the Pirates.
Yes.
All right.
Steven has a good one on Facebook. He says Van Eskridge interception ball versus Houston to seal the CUSA championship game.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Case
Big
Keenum,
time.
tipped by Travis Simmons, and Van Eskridge picks it off. Eskridge!
And then it's just Dowdy Ficklin Stadium going
Shirley,
crazy
see if you can find that call.
Um,
It might be ECU beats Houston. Something like that. See if you, Shirley, I know she's doing something. Did you hear what I said? Can you pass that along to her?
Yeah. Can you find the call, the interception by
2009 championship?
Yeah.
And I think it's called like ECU beats Houston, maybe, or something like that.
And then I was able to. Now that we're on this topic, I wish I could go back in time. I was able to go on the field after that game, and I wish I could have gotten some turf. I could have been like a miniature Troy D.
After that game, it'd have been like some nice soggy turf.
Yes.
Put in a baggie. Patrick's got a good Pirate Radio memorabilia answer. Chandler's Little Black Book. Could use an empty book for my son to color in.
Oh! That's pretty good.
Oh!
That was burned.
Excitement
time.
Wow.
Well, that was supposed to be that.
I like excitement time, too.
Was it labeled Van Eskridge interception?
That'll work, too. Let's hear that.
Crowd coming to life, trying to help out the home folks here. Pirates trying
one of
to
the
be
best
first team in
crowd
this
pops.
conference to win back-to-back.
Right here coming up.
Conference USA titles, and right now Houston down 6 has got 50 seconds left in the ball game. Looking, going to go long for the end zone, and the ball is bounced and intercepted. Eskridge.
Dang. The chills, buddy.
Bud, I tell you what. That was home game.
That was the championship.
The championship
at home.
07 or
8, 9.
09. December
Second
5th,
championship.
09. It was cold and rainy that day.
Dang.
Yeah.
We could have had one.
Were you at the game?
Here's
no,
the thing.
I was watching it.
That crowd pop, you would have thought that was a 80,000 field stadium. Dowdy Ficklin, even without the boneyard at the time, was not even filled that day.
It was an ugly, ugly day.
It was an ugly day. People, I mean, there was a decent crowd, but for a conference championship game, there wasn't a lot of people there because of the weather. But that, I mean, you wouldn't have known with that crowd pop that you just heard in that audio bit.
That sounded good. I could listen to that again.
Let's do it.
Crowd coming to life, trying to help out the home folks here. Pirates.
Ron Franklin, the great Ron Franklin on the call.
Yeah. Conference USA titles, and right now Houston down 6 has got 50 seconds left in the ball game. Looking, going to go long for the end zone, and the ball is bounced and intercepted. Eskridge.
Man,
Just
the
let
roar.
just let the crowd talk.
Yeah.
That's good broadcasting right there.
That's good.
Good call, Stephen Allen, who wants the Van Eskridge interception ball versus Houston to seal the
Man, I'm
championship.
ready to hear that kind of rumble.
Yes, sir. And you will be hearing that for the first time against your former team.
Marshall?
That'll be the first home game for the Pirates this year, Bryce, will you?
Dang. What date?
Let's make it a date on the 9th of September.
September 9th.
Yep. They'll be in the big house before that.
Oh, man.
Yep. Let's take a break. We'll talk some spring football. We'll hear. Got a few Mike Houston cuts we'll play. I think we said last week hadn't heard too much from the tight ends, and we heard Mike Houston talk about Shane Calhoun Monday on the Brian Bailey Show. So I'll play that for you.
Yeah.
Also, Bryce, I want to do this tomorrow at 5. Donnie Kirkpatrick will join me. If you could, if you don't want to participate, that's fine. But if you can think of a question, rather than me passing it along, I want you to say it into the microphone so I can play it for Donnie tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? If you have one question you want to ask Donnie, I'm going to allow you to do that.
I got a funny one, but we'll wait until it's all.
We can do two. We can do multiple. So we'll have Bryce's questions for Donnie Kirkpatrick.
Yeah.
And we'll talk some spring football. 6-6, we're all knotted up. We got a good one going on at Johnson Stadium, East Carolina and North Carolina. Pirates going for the upset. We will continue to monitor that on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dub Buck. And have more Slim 80 for you after this.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. Jeff, how can you help people with service in 2023?
We continue to offer free pickup and drop-off for the customers, and our customers' time is valuable. So we've added 3 additional Express Lube technicians to reduce wait time. That's our #1 goal for 2023. And please don't forget, we service all makes and models. We're voted #1 in Greenville by the customer. Come see us at 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Did you know that it's illegal to dig without first calling 811? 811 is a free program that locates underground utilities, marking them with flags and paint lines so you know where not to dig. Accidentally digging into utility lines interrupts service and could seriously hurt you or someone else. If you know someone who's planning to dig, encourage them to call 811 at least 3 full working days before they dig. 811 is free, it's safe, and it's the law. This message is brought to you by Greenville Utilities and this station.
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
This isn't your regular cola, so this isn't your regular cola ad. No beach parties or family barbecues here, just Nitro Pepsi, the first cola ever infused with nitrogen. So forget everything you thought you knew about soda, because that nitrogen gives us a whole new experience. Think an infusion of smaller bubbles for a cola that's got a lighter, smoother texture. And don't get me started on the pour. You don't pour this like any other cola. We're talking turn the can completely upside down and watch as those bubbles cascade into the glass to create a frothy, luxurious foam topping. Can your cola do that? I didn't think so. Unless you've got your own Nitro Pepsi, in which case, cheers to your great taste. Because you already know that the only thing better than the pour is the unapologetic cola taste. What else is there to say? From the creamy foam to the smooth texture to its unbelievably delicious flavor, this is cola like you've never had it before. Time to bring your taste buds to the next frontier. Nitro Pepsi. Smooth, creamy, delicious.
To keep your bodies active and engaged in the activities that you love, you need a good stretch. And at Bodies in Balance, that's the mission they follow to give you the best quality of life. The team at Bodies in Balance can create a stretch or massage program that is right for you, featuring aromatherapy, hot stones, hot towels, cupping, percussion, and myofascial work at no extra cost if requested. And don't forget to mention Pirate Radio and get your first massage for $1 per minute and your first stretch free. Call today at 916-4530 and check them out online at bodiesinbalance.com. Hey Wood Ducks fans, be sure to purchase your single game tickets online at woodducksbaseball.com. Have a big group? No problem. Book your group tickets by calling our front office at Granger Stadium. This year's schedule features the return of daily themes including Tribute Tuesday, Winning and Wind Down Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Mother Earth Friday, Pepsi Saturday, and Dogs and Dogs Day. Make sure to follow the Down East Wood Ducks on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook so you don't miss anything. We hope to see you out at Granger Stadium all season long. Let's go Woodies!
Welcome to Russell's Spring Style. Our screen door says welcome to a beautiful selection of new apparel for men and women. The spring colors are bold and beautiful, just in time for vacation and Easter. Men, make your next suit or sport coat purchase easy with in-house alterations to assure a great fit. Ladies, it's Russell's for the best selection of dresses, tops, and slacks for most any occasion. Russell and Rhonda work hard to make Russell's in downtown Washington your shopping destination. It's all about you, our friends and customers at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington.
Pirate Radio. We'll strap it on with anybody, anywhere, it doesn't matter. I know this, I want to win or lose with the group that we have in our locker room.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Hey, Pirate Nation, Integrity Home Mortgage is here. If you're looking to purchase a home, contact Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir today. The Integrity Home Mortgage team offers over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve before, during, and after your real estate transaction. To get started, contact Talbot Green, Braxton Green, or Joanne Weir. Integrity Home Mortgage, Pirates supporting Pirates. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live.
I need to get serious on this.
Here on a Tuesday. Bryce wants to see less dancing from the lacrosse team.
It's time to get serious.
They dance they dance a lot.
Yeah, like.
Well, they dance after every goal.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if there's a lot of goal scoring, you're going to see a lot of dancing.
A lot of dance.
But they also are a very high energy group, and that's how they support, the girls that are out on the field is, by doing dances and cheers and all this other good stuff.
I like it. Bryce
it's kind of like the chants in softball.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cheerleaders on the sidelines. So
that's right, because there are no cheerleaders here.
Bryce is act like you've been there before.
Yeah. Get serious.
Get serious. It's time to get serious.
Yeah, because the last time you celebrated, you forgot to go back out on the field. So you have to be serious.
He speaks from experience.
Exactly. I wasn't serious. I thought it was just a game.
6-6 as we head to the fourth quarter. What a game. Get to your ESPN Plus right now, people. Or just listen to us.
ASAP.
All right. Where to go? Robert is chiming in about memorabilia. He had Skip Holtz sign his ticket, which has his face on it, from his first ECU win versus Duke.
Oh, nice.
And what a fun day that was, with Andre Allison catching a 50-yard pass from James Pinckney. Picture perfect for a Pirate touchdown.
James or Patrick?
James.
Oh, there's two Pinckneys on this?
Back-to-back Pinckneys.
What is the percentage of that?
17. You had James going at least 05, maybe part of 04, 05, 06. Wow. And then Patrick kind of took over right after that. And guess what?
Are they kin?
Nope. Crazy.
Mind blown.
We caught up with James Pinckney for the first time since his playing days during COVID. He is down in Florida training quarterbacks, and it was a really cool conversation. And might need to reach out to him again. It was fun to catch up with him. He has looked at, Bryce, if you ask Pirate fans, how would you word the question? The toughest luck quarterback, the toughest quarterback, because he did not have an O-line and would just get pounded.
Jeez.
But, man, he could sling the rock. He could chunk it. And with a good O-line, he would have been a really good quarterback here.
Dang.
But that's the way Pirate fans remember him. All right, so let's see if there's anything else before we move along here. Oh, Steve chiming in. Sean Taylor's first NFL game-worn jersey. That would be cool as a Sean Taylor fan. Ricky Henderson's 939th stolen base.
Dang.
Ricky ain't giving up that base. That's Ricky's base. Ricky. All right, here's what we'll do now, Shirley. I want to hear Mike Houston talk about Shane Calhoun from Monday's edition of the Brian Bailey Show.
Talked about the receivers a little bit and wanted to mention Shane Calhoun and just the way he's playing.
He had a great spring,
the
best spring he's had, and has really he's worked very, very hard on his body, and he really had a spring where you feel like he has the complete package coming out of the spring. He's a very good blocker in the run game. He has shown improved abilities in the receiving game, improved abilities run after the catch. I really think he's poised to have a big year for us this fall.
All right, so all around tight end, Shane Calhoun. We kind of grouped the tight end, labeled the tight ends. Remember last year, Bryce, as Ryan Jones, your receiving tight end, Aaron Jarman, your blocking tight end, Shane Calhoun, somewhere kind of in the middle there. But I expect him to have a big year for the Pirates. He is really, when you look at the returning offense, Jalen Johnson, Josiah Hatfield are really all the only knowns right now for ECU. You look at it last year, 25 catches, just 202 yards, had a couple of touchdowns. But I could see the catches get to, I was going to say 40. You're going 50?
I could see a double.
And I could see those yards double, and I want to see the touchdowns more than double.
Double.
Go to 5.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know that Coach Houston is, Shane's, Coach Houston says that about Shane, and Shane seems to have taken the winner, serious, and which I'm sure he has in previous years. But obviously, as you get older, you're like, man, start to just clicks, maybe just a little bit more, and so it'd be cool to see him, in uniform, see how his stature's looking, and the fact he's, obviously being complimented on blocking, because that is a huge thing for tight ends. And then if you can catch and run some good routes, I mean, that's all you need.
He's got to represent that 80.
You dang right he does.
He's got a lot to live up to.
That's right.
Wearing that 80. All right, so tomorrow, Bryce, Donnie Kirkpatrick going to join me on the show. If you could, we'll be quiet so you can lay down some tracks.
Let's see.
Can you throw out a few questions?
A few, 2, 3.
That's up to you. Right now, you're interviewing Donnie Kirkpatrick.
Coach K, I know you're listening. First question, what would you say your favorite number? What is the first number that comes to your mind? Give you a second to answer that. Probably won't take too long. Okay. Second question is, what is the percentage the tight end will be the first read on the pass plays? I know what number I got in my head that I'm slightly biased towards, but I'm going to see what you answer. My third one is I'm drawing a blank, Coach K. So, I will stick with 2. If something pops up there, and as I go along, I'll throw one out there.
There you go, Bryce. Good job, Bryce.
Thank you.
What is your number for the tight end question?
I mean, I think it's a no-brainer. We need to at least have it about a. I'm going. I won't be too crazy. Got to spread the wealth, but I don't see why it shouldn't be 51%. I'm just kidding. I'm being a little crazy. I don't know. I mean, like a first read guy.
Do you remember? Okay, how about your days? How many plays were you the first option on? I know at least one when you lined up at tackle that time and went right down the middle of the field.
We had several, a handful that were red zone, first read, Gross, and that was me. That was pretty much first read there.
How many times were you the first read and Shane immediately looked and threw it to Justin?
There's no telling.
Too many.
My goodness. I tell you what. I'm going to have to talk with Shane about that.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he'd throw it to Justin over me.
I know. What's that guy? What's he got that you don't got?
Like he can catch the ball.
You played with some pretty talented receivers there, Bryce.
Yes.
No doubt about it.
I loved watching them.
And we still look back fondly on those offenses and those numbers. Did you know that, when you're in the middle of it, that you're playing in a record-breaking offense? Did you know you were going to be coached by the guy that's going to be at USC in a few? It's just kind of crazy to look back on it.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, think about, the plays he drew. I mean, just showing what he drew up for, just the tight end. I mean, literally all the plays, creativity that it was. It wasn't. There we go.
Speaking of creativity, you want to talk about a top 10? Give me a replay on that.
Certainly, they will.
Oh my goodness gracious! Amazing pass. And then the finish, it almost like a backhand.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
East Carolina up 8-6.
Oh! Backhand.
A backhand.
Oh, gosh. Hey, be careful throwing that thing.
That is a beaut. My goodness, folks. This ECU lacrosse team.
Is that an unsportsmanlike in field hockey throwing the stick?
She did do a Jose Bautista bat flip there. A bat toss.
I'm fairly certain it's probably frowned upon that you throw it that far, but I've seen them chunk their sticks because, when they score a goal, they have to throw down their stick so that the referee can inspect it. So
that is true. I think you're supposed to more drop it than
you're supposed to
chunk it.
Technically, you're supposed to drop it,
But you have to immediately get rid of it.
Why do you have to get rid of the stick?
Because they have to check the basket.
Next question is why, and I don't know the answer.
Oh,
to
exactly. Make sure the
To make sure that it has not, because I believe it's the depth of the curve has to be a certain. So what they do is they'll drop the ball in the basket, they'll take it out, and they'll also turn it over and put it on top. And if it doesn't roll correctly, then the stick has been altered in a way because of competition, and they have to switch sticks.
Yeah.
And they make it a no goal?
I believe so.
I
right?
believe that's correct.
After every goal.
Mike P, let us know if you're still listening.
I was going to say Mike P could probably explain that a little bit better than I could.
We got some other memorabilia answers up here. Chris wants Jose Canseco's used steroids needle.
I want the hat he wore when it bounced off his head. The Homer that bounced off his head.
Do you want the ball or the hat?
No, I want the hat he wore.
Yeah. That's one of the all-time highlights.
That's got to be a hell of a hat.
Let's see. I saw a couple others. Pirate Treasure wants Jeff Blake's jersey from the Peach Bowl. Jay Pizzle wants a Damon Magazoo jersey.
Oh, yeah, Mags.
Chad says, I have a team signed ball from the Peach Bowl and a piece of the goalpost.
He's got everything.
Well, ain't you cool?
Is he the one that has the
Mr.
grass?
Fancy.
Is he the one that has the grass in the closet?
Nah.
Oh,
different
guy.
Jay Pizzle also wants a Jeff Charles headset, which will be awesome, and a Keith LeClaire signed 23 jersey, which will be very awesome as well. All right, let's take a break, and Shirley, we have got to open up the booty bag.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
Check out this league we're in, Bryce. Let me pull it up real quick.
Drexel.
The American Athletic Conference in lacrosse includes Vanderbilt is in our conference.
What in the world?
The Florida Gators are in our conference.
How in the world is that?
It's crazy.
Because
James Madison.
There's very few schools that actually have lacrosse in the South.
In the South.
So you have to kind of combine certain schools to make up a league.
So we're trying to chomp the Gators this year, buddy.
Wow.
We got them next.
That's cool. I don't know why I kept referring this as field hockey.
I just let it go.
Field hockey actually uses what looks like hockey sticks.
Right, with a little hook at the end. Wooden.
All right, so I know from this show we have Wood Ducks tickets to give away, 2 of them. We've got a clear bag, which is really cool.
What do we call it? The booty goodie bag or goodie booty bag? I forget what we called it.
Call it what you will. Also some koozies. We're giving all that away. Anything else we're throwing in?
I'll throw in a $10 gift card to AJ's. How about that?
Let's throw that in as well. You must come pick this up.
Yes. You have to come by the studio to pick it up.
Don't make Troy D. Cy if you're an out-of-towner. You must be able to come pick this up from the station. 317-1250. What call are you looking for?
I'll go with caller 12 today.
We got a thriller at Johnson Stadium. Tar Heels score. It's 8-7. Just under 12 minutes left to go. We'll keep following this one and have more.
And we also have a lineup for ECU baseball tonight, and we can go over that when we come back as well.
Let's do it. Back with you after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
This is Aaron Williams with Ease Plumbing.
This is Mike Hoggart with Viva Electric.
This is Mark McLaughlin, Roland Black Heating and Cooling.
We have teamed up to form New Blue Service Group, offering Eastern North Carolina the best in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Same great local team, same great local service, just a new name. Contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Call us today to help with your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Go Pirates.
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all your vehicle needs. Greenville Auto World believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Visit greenvilleautoworld.net to see their fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Need a lift kit, custom rims, or wheels? Greenville Auto World can upgrade your vehicle today. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 in Greenville. Welcome back to the 2023 Wings Over Draft. Here's what's transpired so far. Clip Rock selected Honey Barbecue Tenders with the first overall pick. At 2, Chandler Honeycutt selected Loaded Waffle Fries. And a blockbuster trade, Shirley Rhodes traded up to get the Chicken Parm Tender Sandwiches 3rd overall. Now you're on the clock.
Draft your favorites today by ordering online at wingsover.com or by calling 758-9464. With no third party needed, Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Wings Over Greenville, your number one pick every time.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates. They're open every day and have live music every night, along with 18 big screen TVs to watch all your favorite sporting events. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesdays, it's line dancing. Thursday night is the dance party with DJ Kid Scene. And live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for more information on scheduled events, and we'll see you at the Buck.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
This is Coach Donnie Kirkpatrick, offense coordinator for ECU football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and congratulations to Bobby Swartz of Winterville, was the big winner today of the Down East Wood Ducks prize pack and a $10 gift card to AJ McMurphy's. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
Tell him I know Bryce Williams.
You about deals?
Bryce is turning me on to Facebook Marketplace in here.
Money talks.
Oh, yeah. Facebook Marketplace.
Can you be my kind of the middleman here, my agent? I don't know what you want to call it, my money guy.
Listen here.
I'm interested in your product, but first, you gotta talk to my guy, Bryce.
I'll lay it on him.
Like Bryce Big Money Williams.
Man, let's have a chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sit down for a second.
Oh boy! All right, good stuff.
That would be fun to bring Bryce along into a Facebook Marketplace transaction.
Oh yeah,
I feel like he'd help get that price down to where it needs to be.
Hey, you start doing this. You walk around, give it a little kick, shake your head, rub your chin.
What do you act disappointed? Kind of?
Oh yeah, you kind of look at it, grunt a little bit. Then you're like, well, let me see if this thing reclines. Pop it in there, act like it's stiff.
I got a little problem here.
And then you sling it back, fall out of it, and say, "Dadgummit, son."
And then what? Sue him and
I'll give you 40. I'm willing to risk it. Okay,
I'll risk it for 35.
Exactly,
and nothing more.
I remember one time I had a TV stand that was made out of glass. It was a very nice TV stand, but I needed to sell it. I put it up on Facebook Marketplace for $80. I was just really trying to get rid of it.
That's
It was
$80. That's a
now
motivated
I wish Bryce was with me, because it was one of the lessons I learned with dealing with people from the Facebook Marketplace. This lady wanted to purchase it. She said, "I'll take it." I was like, "All right, meet me at this place. Make sure you bring a vehicle, because you're going to need to pick it up. Make sure you have plenty of room. This thing's kind of heavy." She comes out. She brings her son. They load it up. And when it came time to pay, she literally loads it into her SUV and then turns and looks at me and says, "I'll give you $40 for it."
Wow.
Ooh, that's,
And I went, like, you want to talk about a train of thought hitting the brakes? I was like, hold up. The price said 80. But I was like, okay, so I have two choices here. I can either take the $40, or I can say no deal, and make her take it back out of the SUV and bring it back. And I wanted to get rid of it, so I ended up taking the $40. But now, if I had Bryce with me, Bryce would be like, "Nope."
No, the problem was those people had Bryce with them. That sounds like a Bryce Williams move right there.
That is a total Bryce Williams move.
Jeez,
So I learned that when I put something up for sale, that the price is firm. This is how much it's going to be, and I am willing to negotiate, but the price will be agreed upon before pickup. So it was a hard lesson to learn at that moment, but I could have used a Bryce Williams at that moment, because I would have looked at you and said, "Bryce, take that thing back out of the SUV."
You hold that hand out, all right, pay me, and then you don't walk out the store and then pay me.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
Yeah, hey, lesson learned.
Lesson learned.
Yeah, the biggest thing is you act like you don't need to sell it, and then you see how desperate people are.
Oh, yeah. But at that moment, I just wanted to get rid of it.
Oh, for sure.
So.
Yeah,
You should teach a
I've been
class
there
on this.
before.
That's good stuff. Good.
First one to speak.
These are things that should be taught in school.
Yeah,
exactly. Life situations. First one to speak in a negotiation, you're done.
So first thing you need to do, just get in a standoff, a silent standoff. Just kind of stare down.
First one blinks.
Yeah, blinks. Oh, okay. Price just went up or down, $100. Depending on what side you're on, of course.
Oh, I really got to go to the bathroom. As soon as I go to the bathroom, I just lost the deal. I got screwed.
Yeah, I had an old man. We were selling these camper shells, and he said, "Well, is it in good shape?" And I'm like, they're used. I'm like, "Yeah, they're in good shape." And my eyes, good shape is no holes, no dents, no broken window. It's a camper shell. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit of scratches on them, but whatever. He had drove like an hour and 20 minutes or whatever, and he walked out and looked at it and said, and got all pissy and said, "Oh, I thought you said this thing was in good shape." I said, "Well, it is in good shape. Your definition might be a little different than mine." And he drove off. All the others. I said, "Well, bud,
wow,
you're the one who wasted your time. I'm right here." So that was on him.
That's on you, buddy. All right, real quick, Robert wants the Dallas Star that Terrell Owens got jacked up on after showboating at midfield.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Okay, that's fair.
Denny Hoover wants, he said, ECU paraphernalia I would like to own. Could that be a Pirate Radio shirt and hat autographed by all the Pirate Radio people for a keepsake? I think we can make that happen,
We can
Danny.
make that happen.
All you got to do is trade me a Lane Hoover game used bat, and it's yours. Just kidding, Danny. We can get that done for you.
I want Lane's home run ball.
Oh.
I've got ECU memorabilia. I have a Turner Brown used baseball bat.
That is true. You got it at the equipment sale, which other people can find some cool stuff at the equipment sale coming up later on this month on the 29th of April.
No, don't tell anybody about it.
Just kidding. It's on the 32nd. April 32nd. Head on out there.
Anybody about it? I want to get some stuff.
Tar Heels pulling away. It's now 10-8 in the fourth quarter.
Unless it's 6.5 minutes to go.
Yeah. All right, we got to go Pirate Radio Outdoors. So let's take our final time out, and we'll wrap up the show with Pirate Radio Outdoors with Bryce Williams. When we return, we had a duck walking through earlier today, Bryce. I'm glad you weren't here. You might have put a bullet in it.
He would have taken him out.
It was a big old duck. It was one of them down Eastwood ducks was hanging out with us earlier
That
today.
looks more so like a mallard.
Okay, mallard.
Well,
either way, it made it.
How much you want for it?
I would have tackled it.
It made it out of here alive.
I'm gonna pay you to just sit in my house and.
Denny says, "Can it be a wood bat from practice?" Hell yeah, Denny, it can be, and I will take it right now. I'm a terrible negotiator. He just won the deal, but I'll take it. I could have got a lot more, Bryce.
Dang, I know.
Messed up. All right, we'll take a break. Pirate Radio Outdoors, and we'll wrap it up after this.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
Pirate Fest, presented by Optimum, offers a full day of piratical tomfoolery. This free event includes 75 vendors, food trucks, art demos, mermaids, and of course, pirates. Join us on Saturday, April 15th from 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. for live pirate reenactments, great food, and so much more. Finish off the day with a concert on the town common from country music artists Maddie and Tay. For more information, visit piratefestnc.com. It's going to be awesome.
In studio today with Frank Lee with Appliances Superstore. Frank, why should people go see you?
We make buying appliances easy, just that simple. We have the largest selection of in-stock appliances in Eastern North Carolina, which helps our customers save money every day. We offer a 12-month warranty on our appliances, plus we deliver and set up your new appliances and remove your old ones. Come visit us at the Appliances Superstore off 264 behind the new DMV, or shop us online at AppliancesSuperstore.com. Remember, we make buying appliances easy at the Appliances Superstore.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
It's bow time. Sometimes the craving for Bojangles Supremes is so strong you just gotta have them. Even when your gas tank is on empty and Bojangles is still 10 miles down the highway. Nothing beats the flavor of Bojangles juicy golden Supremes, especially when they're part of a perfect combo with 4 boldly seasoned chicken Supremes, a made-from-scratch biscuit, fixin', and some legendary iced tea. The only thing that can satisfy your hunger is that delicious southern flavor. So when the craving is supreme, put the pedal to the metal. It's bow time.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
At U.S. Cellular, you can get one line for just $29.99 with unlimited data, which is good news for you, friendly hermit who shuns society and lives in a cabin all by himself.
Wow, thanks. You know, you'd be surprised how much data a hermit goes through.
Actually, I'm not that surprised at all. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
This is former ECU football player Bryce Williams, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
It was a mixed day for the stock market as the Dow was up 98 points and closed at 33,684. The NASDAQ was down 52 points at 12,031, and the S&P was down 1/10 of a point, closed out at 4,108. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
Summer baseball.
I know. It's crazy. It's crazy, Bryce, I tell you. Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt, Bryce Williams here. Bryce, we got to do, I'm sorry, I didn't save a lot of time for you.
Good.
The lightning round of Pirate Radio Outdoors. Tell us what you've been up to since we last spoke with you.
Well, this past Saturday was turkey season, so we've been in the woods chasing the elusive wild turkey, the eastern wild turkey, that is. And we came close a few times, to get one, but Saturday morning had one fly down probably about 60 yards from the decoy, but we were already contending with some live hens that flew down probably 100 yards away from us. So he was looking at our decoys, looking at the live hens, and he was like, peace out. I'm going to the party. So unfortunately didn't get that, and then they ended up going on another piece of property that we didn't obviously don't have permission to go on. And then we actually went this morning, and man, they were fired up gobbling everywhere. But since we had the rain and we hunt in the river bottom, places were flooded that we couldn't get to pursue the turkey, and so the hunt continues.
Yeah, they win this round, but more rounds to go.
There's about 20 some more rounds.
Okay,
maybe 3 weeks.
All right. They won the battle, but not the war.
Yep, that's right.
All right, Bryce, fun show today, man.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Enjoyed it. I feel like we covered a lot of ground.
Mm-hmm, most definitely.
Unfortunately, looks like the Pirates are going to drop this one to North Carolina. They're down 12-8 in lacrosse. ECU baseball about to get underway against Old Dominion. We will check in with you Wednesday, 3 o'clock, for an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. For Shirley Rhodes, Chan Man, Slim 80. I'm Clip Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive